to Garcia. Off the deflection. Los Fresnos comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
There's Warner. Here comes the head of the jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game.
Left. That is gone.
Rafa Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard. Counted. And a win. And a win. Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts. And why not?
And welcome to tonight's broadcast. We're here live on the sidelines of the Battle of the Arroyo at Bogus Stadium, and I'm excited to bring this game tonight. Eladio and Joe on the sideline as well. Eladio, this is a big game. We got the Battle of the Arroyo. People have been looking forward to this for a long time. It's one sense of normalcy that we get to have in this crazy season, and we are ready to rock and roll here at Bogus Stadium. Eladio, we talked on the pregame show of what it's going to take for both of these teams to make it happen tonight. Are you excited for the game tonight? Why don't we tell our viewers at home what we're excited about?
Absolutely, Aaron. A lot of excitement surrounding this game every year throughout the week. Anybody that's gone to San Benito High School or Harlingen High School knows that throughout the week, the anticipation just builds up to tonight. And you're right, you know, it brings us a sense of normalcy that we haven't had in a long time. So even though things look different, the stands aren't packed, you know, but there are people here. The energy's going to be high. The energy's going to be high on the field, and these guys are ready to roll, man. These guys are ready to hit someone, and we're ready to call the game. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so excited. So Harlingen, right? They're going to be receiving the kickoff. I'm sorry, kicking off tonight with San Benito. They won the toss, deferred to the second half. San Benito chose to get the ball. They want to get the ball early. They want to establish that run game, and they want to get things going here at the Battle of the Arroyo. It is going to be an awesome night for those of y'all watching at home. Thanks for joining us on this live broadcast. Here we go. It's kickoff time. The Cardinals kick off to the San Benito Greyhounds, and this one will be returned. Here it comes out. You're going to bring it out to the 35ers. So got some space around the outside. A nice big move there by number 8 for the Greyhounds. He's still going. He will not be stopped. He's crossed midfield now down to the 34-yard line, and that is big Michael Banda on the return.
Aaron, you know, we talked about the role that special teams is going to play in a big game like this, and right off the bat, you know, we have a big return, and we'll see what San Benito can do to take advantage of this right now.
I loved how you brought up special teams right before the game even started. You said, watch out for those special teams. You never know. And we're talking about fake punt returns, fake kick returns. We're talking about just straight up returns. The number 8 that time again. His name is Michael Banda, a senior for the Greyhounds, doing a great job. Penalty does go against San Benito, though.
It is going back. And you know, you talk about fake punts, fake kicks, whatever, but it's in a game like this, usually when you see those, you know, the coaches just throw everything out there, and you know, it'll be fun to watch tonight.
Definitely be a lot of fun to watch here. One of the storylines coming into the game tonight, obviously, is that San Benito without their starting running back who started early off in the season for them. And so they're running, I believe, with a sophomore running back, as are the Cardinals, however. We will get to see the Greyhounds first tonight as they get ready to get going. Number 1, Elijah Hernandez, senior quarterback in the backfield. And we're ready to go. We've been waiting for this first snap here, a penalty and a little bit of time pause, but now we're ready to go. Number 25 in the backfield takes a snap, keeps it left-hand side, gets on the edge there past the 40-yard line. Couple of great jerseys coming at him, finally pushed out of bounds.
Right, you know, and this is what San Benito is going to have to do throughout the game to be able to establish that running game. And they had success off the bat, and we'll see what the Harlingen defense does to adjust here early on.
Number 25, that's Nova Bejaran. He's a sophomore running back, Eladio, and he's got the call tonight. He's in the backfield along with number 1, Elijah Hernandez. Right-hand side, big stick by number 25 of the defense, and he goes down.
That's a big stop right there. And I'll tell you what, before we even get started, or just as we get started, Nova Bejaran's already in the running for name of the game.
I like that. Yep.
Nova, I love it.
That's a great name. Shout out to the parents tonight.
I don't know if it's short for something or what, but you know.
Definitely I like that. Nova.
Nova, the name of the game so far. So
And we're going to be calling his name quite a bit. Hey, big stick there by number 25, Ryan Quilantan. He got in there. Got a 2nd down and 10 coming up for the Greyhounds now. Man in motion. Hernandez waiting for the snap. Here it comes. Wants to pass the ball. Connects with the receiver, but he is met quickly, Eladio. No space to run.
Not at all. That's a Manny Gomez coach defense, and really any good defense is gonna, swarm to the ball. For years as we watched Harlingen play year in and year out, it's always their defense that shows up prepared. And someone mentioned to me once, like, those guys just fly to the ball, and that's what they're used to. That's how they're coached, and that's what we're seeing here right now.
All right, Samanito right back at it again with a 3rd and 6 now. Hernandez sends a man out into the flats. He'll pass him on a screen setup, and he drops it. Incomplete pass as the Greyhounds trying to get something going early, and a big 4th down coming up.
It's a huge 4th down. I don't know. They're in that no man's land where, depending on how good of a kicker you have, you might want to go for it, or you might kick the field goal. It looks like they're going to. I can't see from here what personnel they have out there.
I think they have the punt. I think number 11 may be the punter.
Okay.
We're going to send Joe over here to the goal line. Joe, you want to head to that goal line? And we're going to throw it to you after this punt. We're going to see if they can get a good coffin corner punt here. Special teams, you talked about this, Eladio, could be crucial for the game tonight. Number 11, the punter. That's Axel Rivera. Good-looking punt. There's going to be right on that goal line. We'll get that perspective here from Joe in a second. Why don't you talk to us about that, Joe?
Well, you're right out.
7 North Sam Houston in San Benito is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever memories, antiques and collectibles in San Benito.
Coach Gomez in this situation, he's been through a few of these rodeos now, and he's done well in these Battle of the Arroyos.
Yeah, Manny and his staff, that staff that he's got, the majority of them have played for the Cardinals. They've played in this game, they've coached in this game, and they know what to expect from the other side.
All right, here we go. Joe Zuniga in that pistol formation now, takes a snap. He's going to throw it right away. There's a little out pass, number 10, makes a move, makes someone miss, and he's down the field quick. And what a big pickup there for number 10 for the Cardinals. It's Eric Quilantan.
That's Eric Quilantan right there.
On the stop number 4, Leonel Fuentes.
Eric's a good athlete, man. He's a good athlete, and we've seen him make some big plays on special teams. And we saw what he can do there.
Should definitely. He went. Are they brothers, by the way? I don't know that offense and defense.
I think they're cousins.
Cousins. There you go. All right. Here we go. Number 4, Zuniga. He's back in the backfield. He's got number 19, Kian Torres, who's been a story. The sophomore running back came on strong a few weeks ago. He gets a chance here at the battle. He'll get the ball now up the middle, making someone move. There he is on the outside. A couple of gold jerseys coming his way, but hard to bring down, and he gets to the out of bounds there, close to a first down.
That was a hard 7 yards he gained there, but it shows a little bit of what he can do. He's going to be hard to bring down. He's just going to have to keep pumping those legs and running as hard as he did right now.
He has some speed. Zuniga, they get up to the line, Eladio, right, and then they look like they're going to snap it, and then they turn over to the sideline, and they got these cool posters. I'm going to ask you if you can figure these out later, because I can never figure these things out.
I've been trying to figure them out for a couple of years. I don't know what they mean.
Wiener Schnitzel, haven't seen that one in a long time. All right, here we go, downfield. Zuniga wants to pass, lets it fly. Nobody in the area.
No, a little bit of miscommunication. All those posters do is convince me to either stop at Stripes or where I'm going to show up to buy my post-game meal.
Those tacos are still going after the game, I think. Yeah. I don't know. We don't have concessions, right?
We don't have concessions here, so.
One of the protocols.
You either eat before you come or go home hungry.
Here we go. 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Cardinals. Zuniga. Kian Torres in the backfield in that pistol-type formation, sends a man in motion now, gets some blockers to the right-hand side for Kian, but in the backfield is disrupted, and the Hounds come up with a big play.
That's a huge stop right there by the San Benito Greyhounds, which they needed. They needed. It sets up now a 4th and long. And,
it'll bring up 4th down for the Cardinals.
I think they have no choice but to punt here. So, we talked about every aspect of the game, Aaron, before during our pregame, and we talked about the defense. So far, the two defenses have really stepped up and done their jobs, and it might be a precursor to what we're going to see for the next couple of hours. And if that's the case, it'll be a low-scoring, close game.
Totally agree with you. We knew both defenses were going to bring it. Here we go. Punt formation now for the Cardinals. Good snap. He gets it off. A little bit of an end over end. This will be returned. He's going to take this one, trying to make something happen past that 35-yard line, and he'll be tackled right there. Late hit, Eladio. But looks like that one's going to fly for now. You can see on your screen, he's going to hand it off right-hand side. Lots of great defenders there, nowhere to go.
Correction, number 25, Nova Bejaran on the carry.
Yeah, again, you know, this defense swarms to the ball. That's what they practice. That's how they're trained. That's how they're bred in Harlingen. And we see the same in San Benito. And, you know, we saw it in the previous drive.
2nd down and 10. Lots of similarities, lots of differences. Hernandez trying to get that hard count, trying to get that defense to jump off sides. They have a very similar system, you'll see here, where they look to the sideline, and I think they got
what do they have over there?
Some Austin Powers love there on that middle one. Dr. Evil, I think that is. He's going to take the snap. Handoff, he might keep it. No, he gives it off to 25 on the outside.
Handoff sweeping to the left, number 25, Bejaran.
I'm trying to look at San Benito's to see if they have Mr. G's out there.
That's true. It's synonymous with San Benito.
Yes, it is.
We're talking a lot about food to get this out. It's going to be a long night, Eladio. Here we go. Hey, and that was, again, Eladio, you called the player name of the game, Nova Bejaran, on that carry. And I like the way this young one runs. Here we go now. 3rd down and short, coming for San Benito. Look to the sideline, get that play in. Shotgun formation, looking downfield, wants to pass. Steps up in the pocket, will keep it. He's got 1st down a little bit more past the midfield line, and that's a great awareness play there for number 1, Elijah Hernandez.
Greyhound speaking 1st down.
Yeah, that's a senior play right there.
32,
You know, someone who's been around. He knows what. He's a little bit patient, and he made that happen. You know, the Harlingen secondary didn't give him too many options, but he was able to tuck it and run and pick up that key 1st down for them and put them in Cardinal territory.
Awesome replay there. I hope you all are enjoying that wherever it is you're watching from tonight. Keeper left-hand side, Hernandez gets maybe just past that 1st down marker, but not much more.
Goes out of bounds around the 45.
No, I think they were ready for him this time. And you know, we're going to see a lot of this. We're going to see them, you know, pick up or, you know, a busted play, pick up a lot of yards, and then we'll see the defense adjust. I think both teams on both sides are really well coached, and that's one of the things that's going to make this game an exciting game to watch tonight. Is that you have good coaches, good staffs on each side, and we're going to see the product on the field.
There you go. Good records, too, coming into the game tonight. 1 undefeated. Somebody only coming in with 1 loss to Hannah. 2nd down and 9. Hernandez looks downfield, wants to pass. Good protection. Here comes the linebacker, though. He gets rid of it to number 5. Big hit on the sideline, but I think that one's going to stand, and that is a complete pass.
Yeah, it'll stand. And that was good pressure by the Cardinals on that quarterback. They know what he can do. That quarterback, he's a senior. He's seasoned. He's experienced. He's a stud. They know what he can do, so they're going to have to keep their eye on him all night and make sure that he doesn't bust that big play either running or with his arm.
Number 5, Jermaine Corbin on the reception, bringing up a 3rd down and 2 for the Greyhounds. Crucial 3rd down here, still 0-0, obviously, in 6:44 remaining in the 1st quarter. Sends a man in motion. Here's a snap, almost hits the cross man there. That's going to be real close, Eladio.
I think he's got it by the initial spot, but we'll see. Are they giving it to him?
Charge number 42 for the Cardinals, Nathan.
I think we get a measurement here, is that right?
I think we got a measurement, we do. It was very close.
Hey, Joe, I'm going to ask you. Joe's our sideline guy. Why don't you go down kind of close, social distance, get close to that Cardinal sideline there. See what that energy is like over there. I'll throw it to you here in a few minutes. All right, here we go. Keeper on the left-hand side. Man, he's running hard, Eladio, and trying to get to that 1st down marker. Doesn't quite make it.
No, he doesn't, but he doesn't make it, but he picks up a good amount of yards. But more importantly, like you said, he's running hard and he's running with energy. He knows that he's going to have to do his part and have a big night if San Benito's going to come out here tonight and take this win at Boca Stadium. So he's playing like he's expected to help carry this offense.
I love it. Second down and short coming up for the Greyhounds. They're trying to get rolling here on this second drive of the night for them. Handoff right up the middle, and there goes Nova, and he'll be right close to that first down marker.
Yeah,
It's
another first down for San Benito. So you know, this is what San Benito has to do. Just kind of run the ball and just control the clock. We're at 6 minutes left in the first quarter, so if they can stick to their game plan and just continue to control the momentum of the game, you know, we can see them having more success.
Quick packs here on the outside, and it's sniffed out right away, but he breaks two tacklers. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Greyhounds if it stands, Eladio, and he made that happen on his own. Dodged two defenders to get that touchdown for the Greyhounds.
He did. There was at least 2 or 3 tacklers out there that missed him, and then the rest of it was all him. Number 15, who is that? Who are we talking about? Justin Martinez for San Benito, and that's a big score for them. You know, they got the ball at the beginning, they were stopped, they were able to come back out here after their defense came up with a big stop, and they were able to score. So to be on the road, to get that score, that first score of the game, is big for anybody. It's big for San Benito tonight.
And we talked a little bit about how whoever could get that emotional advantage early would have a chance to get rolling. I'm going to throw it over here to Joe.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
To kind of get some of that energy. You know, Eladio, we talked about that emotional victory early, right? And being able to get there to who throws the first punch, or actually who lands the first punch. And San Benito's able to do that right now. Harlan's going to have to respond.
They did land a big punch, and you're right, it's an emotional game, but the history of these games, the history of the battle, you got coaches on both sides, like I said, that have played in it. They've landed, and they take their share of punches. So they know that this is, you know, they're down. San Benito's up 7-0, but on both sides, they know it's far, far, far from anywhere near being over. So we'll see how Harlingen responds right now. This drive is going to be key for Harlingen and how they respond, and if they can get some points on the board.
All right, here we go now. Another kick return here for the Cardinals. Number 5 is deep to return this. That's Tristan Vasquez, and he can run, folks. He will get a chance to run here on the 4-yard line, out to the 10 and 15 now. Look at him run past the 20-25 spin move. He'll be brought down about the 26-yard line. We do have a flag on the play.
We do have a flag back here.
Penalty markers are on the field.
So let's see what that is. I can also guarantee you Samuel's going to...
During the return, Eagle Labak in the back, number 35. Half the distance, first down.
So that'll go against the Cardinals.
Harlingen. I was going to say, Harlingen may be, San Benito may be kicking away from number 10 tonight, knowing what he's possible, what he's capable of doing, and what he's done. So
That's the thing with Harlingen, right? If you look at this receiving core, you've got Quilantan, you have number 5, Tristan Vasquez, who can all get out there and make plays in space, okay? And so their passing game, Eladio, so far this season has been little short yard passes and then let them get yaks, yards after catch, right? A yak, how do you like that one? And so...
That's a good term.
Here we go. Zuniga now looking downfield, wants to pass, trying to get some yak as number 3. And a nice pickup here. I don't know where he went out exactly, but I think he has a first down and more.
He definitely got the first down. They're marking him at around the 23. That was a big catch, but I think that was Mr. Galvan there.
Yes, sir.
Justin Galvan, great athlete. And he's one of those seasoned athletes, one of those seasoned veterans on the team that he's been around for a little bit when he was playing with his brother last year. In the past few years, so you know he knows what it takes, so he knows that to keep their composure even if they're down right now. All
right, now number 4, Zuniga again. This time he'll pass it quick out there. Tristan Vasquez making a nice move towards that first down marker. They can't bring him down, but they're going to give him forward progress. The game about 7 yards.
And that was a good run, catch and run by Tristan. And he's not a big dude, you know, but he runs like one.
Yes.
And he's hard to bring down. So, you know, that's the thing about these kids sometimes is that you look at them and they don't look big and as a receiver would, but man, you know, they're fast and they're hard to bring down.
All right, Zuniga ready to go again, 2nd down and 4, so he got 6 on that catch there, and you'll send a man in motion. That's Galvan. He'll hand it off. Torres up the middle, and he's tackled right away. Nowhere to go. He's down in the backfield.
I don't know about you, and it looked like a little bit of miscommunication there, but I don't know if they got a little mixed up.
Yeah, I think he didn't know if he was going to get the give or not, right? Because they're running an option basically, and the quarterback has the option to give it to the running back or keep it and roll out.
Right.
So I don't know, do I take it or not? And I agree with you with some miscommunication.
All it takes is a half a second of hesitation, and that San Benito defense is going to swarm.
That's exactly right. And they're getting some penetration through that line of scrimmage, which is giving the Cardinals a problem so far. 3rd down and 8, under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's Tristan Vasquez. Here goes Zuniga rolling to his left, lets it fly. Big number 88 open, and that's a beautiful pass and catch, 1st down for the Cardinals.
That's a huge catch by Mr. Ian Solis. That's a big target out there. That was a big target out there for Zuniga. And huge conversion to get that 1st down. You know, another punt, it wouldn't have been dire straits, but another punt there kind of, you know, takes a little bit of the wind out of the sails. You don't want that at this point of the game. It's still early.
Totally agree with you there, Eladio. And Cardinals able to make that happen and get the ball moving downfield. 1st and 10, ball's on the 45-yard line. Cardinals in those all-gray Nike unis tonight. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Zuniga looks downfield, wants to let this one go. He's got a receiver open, down to the 15, down to the 11. And what a pass and catch by Zuniga. And the Cardinals are flying through the air.
Was that number 14, Zach Salcedo, with a big catch? It almost looked like a little bit of a face mask. I don't think they're going to call that. I think they'll let it fly. Huge play for Harlingen there.
Have not seen the Cardinals really try to stretch the field like this so far, Eladio. This is something new. It's a new wrinkle, as we talked about. It was going to probably come out tonight in the Battle of Arroyo. Here you go, Cardinals now. Zuniga in the backfield, wants to pass, looks downfield, left hand, takes it up in the pocket himself. He's running for that pylon. Will he make it? 5-4 touchdown, Cardinals.
Joe Zuniga with the touchdown.
Big run. Big run by Mr. Zuniga there.
Well, at least like the Cardinals have tied it up already, Aaron. And Eladio, right now, the momentum has changed. It seems like the crowd's back into it after San Benito scoring for the first time. The Cardinals repeated it back, scored a touchdown on the quarterback keeper. Now we got, depending on the extra point, we'll find out if we got a tie ball game or not. But you see the crowd right now is really getting into it. And it's up and it's good. So we got a 7-7 ball game, Aaron. And it looks like we're going to have a heck of a game for the rest of the day. I'll get it back to you guys.
7-7, Eladio. Just like that, they're back.
That was quick. And we got to go back to that big catch by Mr. Ian Solis when they converted on that 3rd and long. You know, I think that football's about momentum, right? It's a game of inches and it's a game of
as we've seen so many of them. Unfortunately, I was thinking about that, Eladio, that I call whoever's home here in Harlingen, right? So I don't get to see the battles when they're in San Benito. And unfortunately, a lot of the closest ones have been over there in San Benito. So I was really hoping for a close one here at Bogus Stadium tonight. It's 7-7. We're on our way to that. Nice looking kick there by the Cardinals. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
I've seen some battles. I've seen many battles in San Benito where Harlingen wins, and it's not fun. It's not fun.
As a Cardinal fan, it's not fun there.
As a Cardinal fan, it's not fun. But you know what? It's part of the history of this rivalry. You know that, you can go over there. I have friends across the field that are coaching in this game, and it just adds to that fun. It adds to the intensity, and it adds to the history of the Battle of the Arroyo.
You know, many times this game, I've seen it be, you know, whether it be United States Marines rivalry of the year or Nike rivalry, I believe. You know, different rivals have been awarded to this very rivalry. Not this year due to circumstances, but the rivalry is still very alive on the field here. And a quick run there by San Benito and a second down coming up.
You're right. The rivalry is very much alive, and you know there's a time when the two teams were in separate districts, and they would play each other during the year, and then there was 2 years in a row, I believe, at least 2 and 3 years, where they played each other by district. You know, so they played each other in the regular season in a non-district game, then they faced off again in by district. I used to call those Battle de Arroyos 85.5, whatever it was that year.
Elijah on this handoff there on the right-hand side. Keeper up to the 29-yard line. I'm sorry, 31. Lots of fight in that run right there.
There was one of those short runs that really went for a long. It was a horizontal, but you know, for a sophomore, he ran well there. You know, he was a little patient. He waited for his block, and he was able to pick up a couple of yards and make something out of nothing.
Nova Bejaran.
Nova.
Doing a good job here for the Greyhounds. Here we go, 3rd down and 4 coming up. Greyhounds want to pass downfield, lets it fly. Does Hernandez in and out of the hands of his receiver. That would have been a big pickup there, but good defensive play there by the Cardinals.
Yeah, it was, and those are the big plays that, you know, and I think I heard Mr. Galantan's name again. Those are the big plays you want to convert on offense. You know, so kudos to Harlingen there for coming up with a big stop. Let's see what they can do now. I know the San Benito defense is chomping at the bit to get back on the field and make up for what they just gave up a few minutes ago.
Punt situation now for the Greyhounds. We're at 129. It seems like the quarter's kind of slowed down as the quarter has progressed. Booming punt will be fielded around the 35. Now you'll say, let it go, get away from it. Takes a little bit of a Cardinal bounce at the end, and the Greyhounds will down it right about.
Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
A little bit to the Cards.
A little bit to the Cards. 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals. 1:17 remaining in the first quarter, tied at 7. Zuniga, handoff, Torres, right-hand side, and that defense from the Greyhounds is all over him in the backfield. Lots of gold jerseys coming through that line of scrimmage. And Cardinals struggling a little bit on offense to start this drive out.
Yeah, like I said, San Benito's gonna want to make up for that touchdown that they just gave up. Hey, I just got a text real quick before the next play from Coach Bobby Lucio. He said it was in 09 and 2010 when they played the battle and the by district in the same year.
09 and 10, long time ago, right, Eladio?
That was a long time ago. It feels like just a few years ago, but here we have the San Benito defense again with another big play, another big stop, and this is what San Benito needs to do coming out after giving up that touchdown. And they didn't give up a long drive. They gave up two big plays, two or three big plays that really cost them that touchdown.
I think you were right on that drive, number 88, with that big breaker, right? Ian Solis, and if it wasn't for that play, could have stalled out. 3rd down and 19 now for the Cardinals, and they're trying to get some momentum back here as a San Benito Greyhound defense. Here's number 2 right after the quarterback, and he'll get him in the backfield. Number 2, Aaron Reyes, quarterback sack.
Huge sack right there for the San Benito Greyhounds. That was a big stop. San Benito really needed to come out their defense and establish themselves once again and really continue to make a game of this. Because Harlingen was ready to keep pounding.
Yeah, what a great break right there. Joe, what did you see on that one, on that quarterback sack?
Well, Aaron, this drive definitely didn't go the way the Cardinals wanted. They went back.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
There's no way I'm going to forget the 2011 year, man. But even 09, 010, 11, I think I want to say, and Coach Lucio, if you're still listening, you can correct me, but I think those years were when they went 10-0 3 years in a row. You know, so that I think that's where Harlingen kind of really established their dominance on Valley football, not just in the Valley, but statewide, to be a kind of a force, not just to be reckoned with, but to be recognized at the state level. And it did well, not just for Harlingen, but for the Valley.
Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Handoff and a quick hitter there to the left-hand side. Gain of maybe 1 yard.
Yeah, it was a short game for San Benito. Mr. Garcia, they're running off the field. I think we're going to see a defensive battle for him moving forward. I think I'm not saying that the two offenses, they got good athletes, good players, well coached, but I think that the two defenses are going to step up, and we may be looking at a key turnover down the line that might, be key to the outcome of the game. Maybe even a defensive score, man, a pick six, a fumble return or something. You never know what's going to happen in the Battle of the Arroyo.
You sure don't. Here we go, handoff. No, you'll keep it right-hand side as Hernandez. Tail from behind. Great defensive play there. I didn't get his number, Eladio, but a great job there on that quarterback sack, essentially.
That was a big stop by, did I see number 32? J.C. Moradel. That was a huge stop, because I think that quarterback saw a lot of empty space, and he was ready to make something happen.
Totally agree. And there was a front, caught from behind, if you will, and was able to drag him down. 3rd down and 12 now for the Greyhounds. Hernandez, someone's calling timeout, I believe. We'll wait for the white cap.
Timeout.
And that'll be on the Cardinals.
Harlingen. The first.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
That I mentioned, 09, 10, 11, Harlingen went 12-1, 12-1, and 13-1. And those were the most wins in 3 years in Valley history. That's 24, 37 wins by one program. So, Harlingen had their run then, and they did a great job. They had some great athletes. It was just a perfect storm, where you have everybody.
Coaching talent.
All
those things that come together. Totally agree. I want to real quick go to our basketball highlight. We're going to be highlighting a few students and student athletes tonight. We'll get right back to this after this play, though. 3rd down and 12 for the Greyhounds. Hernandez, big drop back, looking downfield. Has a receiver. Did he get his toes in bounds? They're going to say, yes, he did, and I think that's going to be a 1st down.
That was a huge 1st down, similar to what Harlingen did a few plays ago or a few drives ago. That was a big 1st down for them to keep that drive alive.
All right, we'd like to take a moment to recognize an outstanding student athlete. Callie Cervantes, a varsity member of the Lady Cardinal basketball program, is currently ranked #1 in her senior class. Eladio, Callie is a member of National Honor Society, Student Council, and PTSA, and she's an AP scholar, a Money Smart ambassador. And Callie says being a part of the basketball team pushes her to give 100% and be a leader on the court in the classroom.
Timeout. San Benito, the first of the first half.
Absolutely. Awesome job, Callie.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
I want to remember that, but either way,
yeah,
you know, it started to set this dominance, if you will, and then it opened up really 2011 when the Cardinals were able to beat San Antonio Wagner in Corpus Christi at Buccaneer Stadium, and that sprung them past Valley Week. Right. That was a big story. That a 5A at that time was able to get past a San Antonio team.
It was San Antonio Warren,
not Wagner. I'm sorry, Warren.
But yeah, you're right. It was a big win for Harlingen, but it was a big win for the Valley because we'd been knocking on that door. We were able to knock it down, and you know it hasn't been. We'll talk after this play.
There you go, and a quick handoff here. Oh, big push there by the Cardinals, and I think they're going to stop them. We're going to go to Joe here. What'd you see over there, Joe?
Well, Aaron, you know they got a defensive stand. The Harlingen Cardinals were able to stop them, taking the momentum around. Good stand for the Harlingen Cardinals right now, ladies and gentlemen. They stopped San Benito Greyhounds on a 4th and less than a yard and able to push them back a couple. So, you know, a great job on the defense.
All right, Joe, thanks so much. Big stop there. You know, Lathy, we talked about that momentum shift, and the momentum shifts can also come on big stands by the defense. Greyhounds thought they had it, went for it on 4th down. Now the Cardinals have the ball right on the 49-yard line. Momentum shift? I think so.
It could be if the Harlingen offense can come up and do something big here, definitely a momentum shift.
All right, number 3, that's Galvan. He's on that Wildcat-type formation. He just takes the snap and runs, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, and you know, that was a big stop by that safety by San Benito because Galvan was ready to take that one to the house. Hey, I want to give a shout-out to a Harlingen legend. Mr. Sammy Garza is out there listening to the game tonight. And so, Sam, man, what's up?
Big hit there.
Is there a turnover?
Yeah, I think so. I think we got ball on the ground. We're going to wait for the Whitecap official. He says it is Greyhound football, fumble, Eladio, and the Greyhounds have it.
We talked about momentum, being able to take advantage, and San Benito was the one that took advantage there and created a little bit of a momentum for themselves. After that fourth and short stop, you know, we're really right back where we started that drive, and so we'll see what San Benito can do here. More importantly, we'll see what the Harlingen defense can do here. I think they feel like they need to come out and make a big stop again.
I'll tell you what, you know, the Greyhounds, you know, gave it up. I guess you can argue, or really the Cardinals took it on that 4th down stand, and then of course Cardinals give it back on that fumble. So the Greyhounds now, Hernandez, 10:03 remaining in the 1st half, tied 7-7. There's a fumble, ball's on the ground, but I truly think Nova jumped on it.
Yeah, he did. And you know what we're seeing out here is the emotion of the game. I think the players on both sides are a little pumped up right now. There's a lot of emotion out there on the field there, and then we're seeing that everybody's excited. The fans are getting into it, it seems. We don't have a packed house like we usually do here at Boca Stadium or at Bobby Morrow, but you know, we do have quite a bit of fans. And
go ahead and try to find that edge, and he gets pushed out of bounds. Great job there by the defense stringing him out.
Yeah, they did their job to be able to keep him contain him from breaking that angle and getting a big run.
3rd down and long coming up. As you said, Eladio, not a packed, you know, stadium tonight due to social distancing protocols. You know, I don't know if it's 30% full, 40%, not sure exactly on what the percentage is. However, there are big gaps in between small groups of people. And so we're grateful for those of y'all who are watching online. 3rd down, looks to pass the ball. It's got a receiver in the outside open, goes up for it, high points that football. Still on the run now, number 15 for the Greyhounds, and that's a big catch.
That was a huge catch. I was going to say, we're spending all our time here in the middle of the field, but, you know, they were able to convert. That was Mr. Justin Martinez. I think he's the one that scored the touchdown earlier.
That's right.
Earlier in the day.
And he broke that screen, and he did pretty much all on his own after he eluded 2 would-be.
That was a good catch too. It was a little bit overthrown, but he was able to get up and get down with it.
He went up high for that one. Up the middle here, and just a short gain of 2 on that one.
They're going to pick up 2, 2nd and 8. Being stopped at number 37 and being Zuniga.
Second down and 8 coming up, 8:40. I don't know about you, Eladio, but it felt like that first quarter really started to slow down towards the end. You know, and I don't know if it's the humidity out here or what, but it just kind of felt like you're just sludging through it, and perhaps just kind of like you said, spending a lot of the time in the middle of the field just slugging it out right now.
It is, and it's a, you know, like you said, slugging it out. It's a slugfest, man. And as we said in the pregame, that's what we expected. That's what we wanted to see.
Speaking of slugfest, number 25, Noah Bejaran, he just drops that pad level, gets down low, and delivers a blow to those defenders. Whoever's tackling that guy is going to be hurting tomorrow.
A lot of ice baths tomorrow, Aaron.
Tonight and tomorrow.
Tonight and tomorrow.
I tell you what. And there'll be a lot of watching film from those ice baths, I'm sure. Both teams still have a couple games. I know, you know, this is kind of weird also, Eladio. Another storyline kind of underneath is that teams aren't used to playing around Thanksgiving unless you're deep in the playoffs. So that's a difference this year. Number one, Hernandez looking downfield. He's got a receiver waving his hand, but he's going to go to the opposite end of the field on the edge there, and I think he's got it. A huge passing catch, perfectly placed.
Huge catch for that San Benito receiver who he looked wide open out there by himself. Let's look at the replay.
Number 5.
You did a great job by that San Benito quarterback to put it right on the money for him and for that receiver to give him the chance to make that play because he was double covered and he was able to come down. I've seen the Arizona-Seattle game last night, similar play, and the receiver didn't come down with it.
That's big money play right there. Hernandez up the middle. He won't make a touchdown, but gets really close there.
On the stop, number 23, Christian Luna.
We're going to mark that one. Looks like it is on the 3-yard line. Is that right?
Yeah, it's definitely inside the 5, looking like the 3.5 yard line. We got second and goal.
No huge sense of urgency, right? I mean, they're kind of just taking their time.
No, there isn't, Aaron. I think, you know, with 7 minutes left in the first half, everybody knows that this game is going to, you know, you don't want to hurry anything and create an unforced error.
All right, Hernandez now. Great point there, moving to his left, wants to keep it, trying to securely hold that ball, and he shakes one. That's a touchdown for the Greyhounds, and they'll put the second one on the board with the keeper by the quarterback. Oh, we do have a penalty. It's going to go against Harlingen, though. I see that line judge there, and that should be declined.
Offsides. Number 1, defense. That penalty is declined. Touchdown is good. Extra point, untimed.
You know, Aaron, we're halfway through the second quarter here. We've seen momentum shift already a handful of times. And I think that's, like we said, you know, whoever has the ball at the end of the game, whoever has the opportunity really to make that big play at the end of the game, it's probably going to be the winner here tonight. But, you know, good for us because we're watching a good game. I think we're watching something good unfold in front of us, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this one.
If you like defensive ball games, this is the game for us to watch, right? You kind of that back and forth. We haven't seen any huge highlights, any huge sparks, if you will, but we have seen some big chunks downfield. I'm going to throw it over to
the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
I think Texas has got to get some offensive going, though.
All right, Joe, thanks a lot. Again, another highlight tonight for student athlete. We've got a basketball highlight again, Layla Badiru, and we have another Lady Cardinal basketball player we want to highlight. Layla is ranked number 4 in her senior class, and she's a member of Rotary Interact, PTSA, and National Honor Society. Layla is also an AP scholar. In her free time, she volunteers at a clinic and in her church. She says all of her activities has allowed her to diversify her knowledge and connect with people. Let's congratulate Layla on all she is accomplishing.
Congratulations, Layla.
All right, kickoff time now for San Benito. Will be returned deep. That's Tristan Vasquez. He's looking for a lane. He gets through one. Breaks past tackle. Big stick there by San Benito. But a nice return there by number 5, Tristan Vasquez.
It was a big stick, but you're right. It was also a good return. A little Tristan Vasquez trying to make it happen. And like you said, I told you, they haven't really kicked over to Eric Ilantan's way right now, but Tristan's just as dangerous. You know, and special teams has always been an area where the Harlingen coaching staff has placed a lot of importance on, because those are the areas, those are the plays that sometimes in big games like this can be the difference maker.
100%. And here we go, 6:42. I can think of a few times when special teams has broken game wide open. Right now the offense will try to make it happen. Pass to the outside in the flat. First down and more. And that is Tristan Vasquez. He just had a return, and he still had gas for that catch.
He did, and not just for the catch, but a nice little hurdle there at the end.
Whoop. Yeah. That was Chris Berman say that. He'll say whoop. All right, Cardinals got a little momentum now, down 14-7 with 6:20 remaining in the first half. And number 4 at the helm, Joe Zuniga. Very solid, consistent quarterback, I would say, Eladio. He's going to give this one up the middle. Nice move there, and a nice pickup here for, I believe that's Kian Torres, about 14 yards on that run.
Kian, another great name. Congratulations to those parents for naming him.
I think I messed that up.
Was it Kian?
No, that was number 9, Isaiah Bell. He's back.
Oh, Isaiah Bell's back. You know, I saw Isaiah Bell run during the Bird Bowl, and for a sophomore, you know, he looks like he's a sophomore in college, really.
Yes. With him and Kian Torres, to me, it's like thunder and lightning, right?
Yes.
You got Isaiah Bell can pound it, man. Here he goes up the middle, and he's got blockers on the 2nd and 3rd level out to the 19-17 yard line, and that's a big boy running there, Isaiah Bell.
That's a big one right there. That's a couple of big runs by Mr. Isaiah Bell, setting him up inside the red zone for Harlingen, and again, momentum.
Isaiah Bell was hurt, so he did miss some time, and that's when Kian Torres came in and really started to solidify himself as a feature back. And now that Isaiah Bell is apparently back, you've got 2 really good running backs in the backfield, creating a stable for the Cardinals. Here we go. Looks to get away from one, does not get sacked. He'll gain about 1 yard. I don't know how he did that, Roger.
Hey, you know, you're talking about Zuniga, you know, there's nothing really flashy about him. He just kind of gets the job done. He goes out there, he's patient, he's smart, and he knows how to control the tempo of the game, and I think that's what we saw here on this play.
He's just consistent. He just, week after week, he doesn't give the ball away. He doesn't make mistakes, you know, too many times, too often, if at all. He protects the football, and he just commands that offense. He does a great job. Number 4, shout out to Joe Zuniga. Isaiah Bell still in the game. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Cardinals. 4:51 and counting. Handoff. Kian Torres trying to get an edge there, but that Greyhound defense causes a bubble and a little whoop at the end of that one too.
Coach Ambrí's got to be watching these guys out here hurdling and probably recruiting them for the track team.
A couple of hurdlers there, right?
A couple of hurdlers there.
Tristan Vasquez and now Kian Torres.
In honor of the great Randy Bermea, who's probably out there listening somewhere.
There you go.
And if he's not listening, he should be. Someone tell him to turn on the YouTube.
All right, 3rd down and 7. All right, up the middle, big hit there, but he's able to shove him off. Goes right-hand side now. Couple big sticks, and what about that run there by Zuniga? Not much, but he fought hard for those.
Yeah, he staved off that big hit, that first initial hit by that linebacker, and he wasn't able to pick up the yards he needed. We got a 4th down. We'll see what we got coming up here. It looks like they might just settle for the field goal here. And Harlingen has always had a strong kicking game, Aaron. You know, they've always had good kickers, and you know, when you're at this distance from 30 yards out, you know, you're pretty confident that your kicker can get out there and put points on the board.
I've got a question about the kicker. Maybe someone listening or watching tonight could answer this for me. So we'll get to that here in a minute or so. But first, good snap, good hold. Kick is up. Waiting. Says no good. It went wide left.
Wide left.
Joe, I'm going to throw it to you on the sideline there. What'd you see?
Well, Aaron.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
got to be a defensive stop because if San Benito gets a score or anything like that, they're going to be up by two scores. So really crucial defensive stand for the Harlingen Cardinals.
Aaron, next time that Harlingen comes up for a field goal, I'm just going to stay quiet.
Is that what it is?
That's a promise to the Cardinal fans out there.
Okay, Eladio has promised. He has spoken. Let's see if he follows through with it. 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds. Oh, he's going to be tackled in the backfield. He got swung around there pretty hard, Eladio.
That was Nathan Huerta there, man, and that's what Nathan does. You know, I've talked to some of his coaches that are friends of mine. We've talked about this kid at length, and this kid is special. You know, I know his parents. I've seen him work out throughout the offseason, Aaron, with his mom, with his dad on social media. This kid has been preparing for this season through pandemic, whether there was a pandemic or not, whether there was score or not. This kid was busting his butt, getting stronger every day for this season. We saw what he can do there.
I wonder if he wrestles cattle, because that's what it looked like. 2nd down for the Greyhounds. He keeps him on the outside. Hernandez flag on the play as Hernandez sprints here to our side of the table. You know, we'll see what that call is going to be by the Whitecap. So as we wait for that, I have a quick question. Maybe someone out there watching. It just seems to me, and I've been calling for 10 years, been doing this broadcasting for HCISD for 10 years, and at least for the last, as far as I can remember, the kicker for the Cardinals has worn number 85. Even though the names, you know, the players have changed. And so I'm wondering if there was a tradition started, or am I just making that up? But is it that every kicker, regardless of who it is, every year wears number 85?
No flag on the play.
I want someone to answer that. If you know that answer
3rd
to the
down.
question, please post it on there for us.
Coach Lou, if you're listening, text me. I don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, you know, but I think that I've seen 85, 85, 85, 85, and they've all been good, Eladio. They've all been good, solid kickers.
They have all been good, solid kickers. And like I said, Harlingen has always had a tradition of good kickers. And this kicker's good, too. It's just they put a little pressure on him.
All right, 3rd down for the Greyhounds. Oh, they're going to blow this one dead before it even gets started. And number 1, Hernandez, right? And those Greyhounds were, I feel like the offense was starting to get some.
False start. Number 62, offense, 5 yards, still 3rd down.
This was their opportunity, Eladio, to go and get a bigger cushion heading into the locker room. Now they're faced with a 3rd and a very long.
Right, with you know, under 5 minutes left in the half when they took over, I think this was an opportunity for them to come out and do something big to really gain that momentum.
3rd down for the Greyhounds, man in motion now. Hernandez, pistol formation, rolls to his right, wants to pass. Here comes the pressure, steps up in the pocket, lets it fly. He's got a receiver. It's open, 17, he's gone. He's going. Oh, he's got from behind. I thought he was gone, Eladio, but what a huge passing catch there for the Greyhounds.
And that was a huge stop by Mr. Erquilantan, again showing his speed to stop a big touchdown for the San Benito Greyhounds, but it does set him up. I think 17 saw end zone, and he thought he had 6, but
I thought he had 6 too. What a big pick up there by number 17.
Eric had other plans.
Yeah, Christian Alvarado on the big reception, and that all gray uniform, man, it kind of blends in for me. And so I didn't see number 10 trailing him. I thought he was all by himself, and so that gray uniform kind of blended in with those bleachers, right? Oh, big hit there in the middle.
They ran up the middle.
It does blend in. I like the uniforms myself. I know that the jury's out on those. There's some people that more traditionalists out there in Harlingen. I've gotten a few phone calls. What's up with the gray? I like them.
But when they run in front, watch next time when they run in front of these bleachers here, Eladio, the bleachers are silver. You can lose them. Oh, look at that! Almost an interception, but it's picked up by number 5, and he's got space down the sideline. What a pickup there for Jermaine Corbin.
That was, you know, sometimes you go for the pick, and that's a gamble you take. But a big pickup for Mr. Corbin to keep the drive alive.
A lot of focus that takes, right, to focus on that football, especially when you have that defender coming right up on you like that. And did a good job, Corbin, there on the outside, pick up another 1st down. So what I understood was, and Coach Gomez told me this, that only 2 teams were selected, San Antonio South, to wear those all grays by Nike, and Harlingen was one of those teams. All right.
Balloons on the field.
They'll keep that one.
Another bit of miscommunication there between the San Benito quarterback, running back, and they're able to fall on it and keep possession. You know, you never want to fumble. Right. But you
San
definitely
Benito,
don't want to fumble
their
when you're
second
driving,
timeout of the
ready
first
to
half.
Go up by 2 scores, so that was big for San Benito.
Under 2 minutes to go here.
Close.
We are this close
Of wanting
to making history.
this close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease.
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
They want to make sure they know exactly what they're doing as they have this prime opportunity.
Yeah, like I said, the last thing you want to do here is get one of those unforced errors. You know, I know I'm talking tennis terms, but you don't want to turn the ball over, throw an interception, get a fumble or an offsides, a false start.
Elijah Hernandez now. It's going to be a double reverse here on the left-hand side. Space to run 15 down that 10. He's going to be caught from behind, but there's a flag on the play.
There's a flag, maybe a block from behind. And I think he's got enough for first down if it were to stand. But
Joe, did you have an angle on that down there? I don't know if you could see that far down there.
I did have an angle. It looked like it was a holding call, in my opinion, against San Benito. But let's see what the refs have to say about that, though. But right now, like I said, it's a must stop here for Harlingen defense. I really believe that they got to make a stand, make a stop, at least minimum come down with 3 points.
Going to the deep in that playbook, Eladio, trying to come. They come out after the timeout with a reverse, a trick.
Holding, number 15 on the offense. Spot foul, 10 yards, second down.
Mistakes or fumbles, you know, there's mistakes, also mental errors in the areas of penalties. And a lot of times, you know, it's hard to block, to come up with a blocking scheme on those long plays like a reverse, because you got to hold that block for a long time. And, you know, holding usually happens in those instances.
you do, and that's where the discipline comes in, and the coaching comes in, and that's what makes the difference a lot of the times.
Second down and 8. Ball is now on the 15-yard line. And the Greyhounds go to work. Hernandez looking downfield, takes a deep drop, steps up in the pocket as he feels the pressure, is able to elude a couple defenders, but he's going to finally get taken down, and that's a quarterback sack. I'll get a number and name from Eladio.
I didn't see the number on that. Who was that? Number 32, 42?
On the sack, number 23.
23.
There it is.
Christian Luna with a big sack. You know, and it almost looked like he was going to escape. It almost looked like he was going to make something happen, get out of that hole, but Mr. Luna was able to get in there and knock him down and get the big stop.
So third down and 20 now for the Greyhounds. Hernandez going to have to try to fake there on the left-hand side. Here comes a pressure. He gets out of the pocket now, looks downfield, lets it fly. He's got a receiver, 50-50 jump ball. Neither of them get it, incomplete pass. More yellow flags, Eladio. The head linesman has one out here. Quite ineligible.
Ineligible player downfield,
Yep.
which will probably be declined, right?
I would say so, and then they come up with a 4th and 20.
During the forward pass with number 71 and number 75 downfield. It's 5 yard. No, that penalty is declined. Fourth down.
And what it seemed to me, they were trying to set up a screen. I don't know if you noticed that. And the quarterback went to his left, and he wanted to throw that ball. So that explains why those offensive linemen were already going downfield on that left side.
Right.
Timeout.
A lot of times they're doing what they're supposed
San
to do
Benito.
as the play.
The third and final timeout of the first half.
And a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
It too much, not enough to make a difference in the game.
And the other one was missed wide left into the wind. So the wind didn't really help push that one back. All right, 4th down, they're going for it. Hernandez with Nova in the backfield, looking downfield. Here comes the pressure on the outside. He gets around him, trying to let this one fly. He does. Receiver in the end zone. Another 50-50 ball, incomplete. Great defensive play there.
Huge defensive stop for Harlingen because it really looked like San Benito, especially with that big catch by number 17 a few plays back, which was Mr. Christian Alvarado. It really looked like San Benito was on pace to get another score on the board, go into the half, up 21-7. But a huge stop by Harlingen. We'll see what Harlingen can do now. With they still have 2 timeouts left, and the ability. Even though we talk about Mr. Zuniga being the kind of quarterback that's not too flashy, but he's got the ability to create those big plays with receivers like the receivers he's got.
Well, here's the time to pull something out if you want to. So this is going to be where we'll find out if it's going to be conservative or aggressive as far as the play calling goes. With 57 seconds remaining, we'll know here in play 1 whether or not they're going to try to go downfield, make something happen, or they just want to get to the locker room. Now, San Benito does kick in the second half.
Harlingen gets the ball in the second half.
All right, here we go. He's going to let it fly. We're going aggressive. He had Isaiah Bell on the sideline there, Eladio, but incomplete.
I'm telling you, man, it's going to be fun watching Isaiah Bell over the next couple of years. It's going to be fun watching him the rest of this year, but over the next couple of years, he's going to be a fun one to watch.
And Kian Torres in the back. So you
Kian
got
Torres, two sophomore running backs. That's going to be a backfield that's going to be
and
one of the best.
I agree, and they're going to continue to refine as they continue to work together. They're going to get real good here. 51 seconds remaining. Zuniga wants to pass, steps up in the pocket though, under pressure. Pass at 35, he's got the first down. He's going to get out of bounds, smart play. But we got a late flag on the play on the San Benito side of the field.
I was about to say we saw some good blocking downfield by Mr. Zach Sauceda there, the receiver. But let's wait for that.
I think it's going back, Eladio, as the Cardinals are marching that way. Kind of eerily quiet, isn't it, Eladio?
It is, it is. I was going to say earlier, there's a lot of energy, and I looked around, and everybody's sitting down. Maybe they don't want to scream.
Maybe that's what
During the run, holding, number 14, offense. Spot foul, 10 yards.
That's a big hold.
Quarterback had a huge run, and then he got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Second down.
Yeah. And I saw 14 pushing them down. I guess he held them from this angle. I couldn't see the hold. It looked like a clean block.
Second down. I believe they're going to stay with that second. They're going to have a short, 2nd and 2, because it is spot foul on the holding. And so they don't have to march back all the way like they used to.
It still negates the big run, but, you know, second is short.
And here go Cardinals now. Zuniga downfield, wants to pass, steps up. He's got a receiver here streaking. Number 10, he catches it at the 25, 20, 15, down to 11. And that's a big catch for number 10, Eric Quilantan. Calling his name, Eladio. You've been waiting for him to do something.
Yeah, and now you can hear the fans getting into it. But that was a huge play by Mr. Quilantan there.
Timeout, Harlingen. Their second timeout of the first half.
Got down there, man. That was closer to you.
Well, Aaron, I mean,
9 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
Eladio, 14-7. Again, if you're especially a defensive-minded person, you love this game so far.
You know, if you're a Cardinal and a Greyhound, you love this game so far.
Period, right?
Yeah, no, but that was definitely a big play by the Harlingen offense. Like we said, they have the capability, they have the personnel where they can bust a big one like that. Now let's see if they can punch it in and get some points on the board.
First down and 10. 35 seconds, 1 timeout remaining. Isaiah Bell in motion, looking downfield. Zuniga, here comes the pressure, lets it fly. Receiver wide open, that's gonna be a touchdown. Cardinals, and I think that's Tristan Vasquez with a grab.
That's a big touchdown there by Tristan Vasquez. I'm going to go back and credit Eric Quilantan also, though, because that big catch and run set that up. Tristan Vasquez was able to wrap it up But you know, you talk about Joe Zuniga being able to come out and pull off a veteran type drive like that with seconds running off the clock.
All right, extra point crucial now. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. Good follow through there by the kicker, and it is good. And we got a tie ball game, Joe. How does it feel down there next to the Cardinals?
Well, as you can see, Aaron, right now we got a tie ball game right here, 14-14. You know, this is what we expected. We talked about it here in the pregame, but the momentum has shifted. Like I said, great pass, all started with that.
Driving to go up 21-7. Instead, Harlingen stops. They drive back the other way with a couple of big plays, and they're able to tie the score at 14-14 all. Going into the half, you never know what San Benito's going to do here. There's still 29 seconds left. You don't know what's going to happen, but you know, you go in with a tie, and you got the ball coming out, but you know,
There's still a game to be played, right?
there's still a little first half to be played.
Jermaine Corbin, along with number 4, look at this about the 25, making a nice run up the sideline here. He'll go down. No timeouts for the Greyhounds here in the first half. You have a little scuffle in the middle of the field. To be honest with you, I'm surprised it took this long, Eladio, but officials going to try to get there and break it up, as well as coaches.
Yeah, you know, it's part of the emotions of the game. It's an emotional game, man. You know, football is as much emotional as it is physical, and I think we're seeing that right now. And there's a lot of familiarity between the two teams. There's family and friends on each side, and you always want to, you know, protect your house per se.
Yeah. And the officials are going to be key tonight, right? And they've done a great job.
They have done a great job so far. They have done a great job.
No penalty flags necessary on that little scuffle there, right? Because they understand the emotion of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But if that starts to escalate, then you're going to start to see them start to throw that flag. And then eventually, so much so that they'll, you know, continue to escalate the penalty regarding the severity. And so there's going to be a kneel down here to end the first half. So we're going to start the second half 0-0 essentially. And, you know, both teams will have a fresh crack at it. However, the Cardinals, would you say they're finishing the first half with the momentum in their favor?
Absolutely. And I think earlier, when Harlingen was driving, and I can't remember when it was. It's like you're gonna see, are they gonna want to make something happen, or are they gonna go in? So they went in. San Benito right now, we saw that although it's just 29 seconds, they decided to kneel and just go in with the half, with the tie. But definitely momentum right now is all on the Harlingen side, and we'll see what they can do with it coming out in the second half.
So we got 28 minutes. I want for you to go ahead and set your clocks. I am not sure. Can't promise. I don't know what's going to happen during halftime on the broadcast. I don't know if they'll show anything or not. But either way, in 28 minutes, set your little clock on your phone and join us for second half live coverage. You're not going to miss it. Eladio, Joe here. We're enjoying this game, and we thank you for joining us in this live broadcast. We'll be back in 28 minutes. And here we go. Second half live coverage at the Battle of the Arroyo here at Bogus Stadium. Aaron, Eladio, Joe on the call, and loving this beautiful night of football here in South Texas. The Battle of the Arroyo, 14-14. We're getting ready to start the second half, and it's essentially 0-0. In other words, clean slate for both teams here. San Benito getting ready to kick this one off to the Cardinals. Eladio, we're talking a little bit at halftime, right, about how great this game has been so far, how back and forth it's been, and we're just enjoying a beautiful night of normalcy here in South Texas.
It is, Aaron, and the weather is perfect, man. You know, I went out today, bought me a long sleeve undershirt so I can put on because I didn't know if it was going to be chilly or not. I'm a little bit what the raza down here calls friolento. I'm a little bit of a friolento, but you know what? It feels good, man. It feels good. This is good football weather. We're a week from Thanksgiving, and the weather is just as perfect as it can be in South Texas. And we're getting ready for another South Texas Classic second half here.
All right, we'll talk a little bit about that. Going to Joe here on the sideline. Joe, we're getting ready for the second half. Kickoff time.
Well, Aaron, we got a 14-14 ball game. You know, it's been a great game the first half, as you guys have been doing. Let's see what happens out. I really do believe Harlingen's got to come out They've got to come out with, and put some points on the board and maybe get the momentum changing and get the game going on their side.
And they'll get a chance to do just that right now to kick it off. We'll talk a little bit of another recurring story we'll have, Eladio, is that most teams are not used to playing till up in Thanksgiving time, and so we're going to get a chance to talk about that here at the 15-yard line. This is Tristan Vasquez making a nice move, tackled there by number 44 of the Greyhounds as the Cardinals start us off for the second half.
No, teams aren't used to playing deep into, usually we'd be getting ready for the third round of the playoffs.
That's right.
We'd be like in the second round, next week would be the third round, and we'd be close to wrapping up a season, but we haven't even started the playoffs. So it's going to be nice, You talk about normalcy, it's not gonna feel normal, but it's gonna be kind of cool to be watching football in December and maybe into January. Who knows how far some of our Valley teams can get this year.
And I was excited for colder weather, but that hasn't happened yet, man. We have not had cooler temperatures on Friday nights as of yet, but it's nice, not complaining. Here we go, Hartland's Cardinals, lone quarterback in the backfield, number 4, Zuniga steps up. Lets this one rip. He's got a receiver wide open. That's big number 88 with a nice reception to get him off.
That's again Mr. Ian Solis, I believe, is 88. He had the big catch earlier. We didn't hear much from him after that. Here he is again with another big catch to put the team up close to midfield. And as Joe said earlier, Harlingen needs to come out and get on the board, get some points on the board on this drive to kind of keep that momentum on their side, because they took momentum into the halftime, to the locker room. They're coming out with the momentum. They got to make something happen.
1st and 10 again for the Cardinals now. Man in motion. He'll hand it off. That's Tristan Vasquez on the end around. He'll gain just a couple of yards as they're trying something new, getting Tristan Vasquez, the speedster, on the way.
And I think that 2 guys in the backfield, I didn't get to see the personnel back there, but you're right. They got to involve everybody. Tristan's one of those kids that, you can throw at him, you can hand it off to him, and he's going to make something happen. And we've seen that. We've seen him do it all game, all night tonight.
Here we go. 2nd down and 7. Greyhound with 1 safety deep only, that cover 1. And here comes the pass. Zuniga rolling to his left, wants to let it fly. He's got a receiver out on the outside there. I think that is going to be Galvan right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
San Benito showed pretty good coverage there. And so, Justin's a good player. Justin, right? There's a bunch of Galvans. I don't want to get them mixed up. Justin's a good player. He made something happen, got back to the line of scrimmage and sets up a 3rd and 4th now with about 10-20 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Isaiah Bell is in the backfield. We're talking about him at halftime a little bit about how he has been kind of that punishing running back. He's been having great success in between the tackles. This time, though, Zuniga rolls to his right, has a receiver. Galvan's on the outside, but he's going to go to he does go to Galvan. Nice spin move there, trying to get upfield, trying to fight for that 1st down mark. He's up past the 40. That'll be 1st down Cardinals.
1st down Cardinals, but, and a great catch by Justin to get up there. We'll see the replay here. A little high, but, he got up there. And Justin's one of those veteran players. He's going to get out there and make the plays happen and move the Cardinals to the San Benito side of the field.
I would like to see the statistics. Don't have them in front of me, but I want to say that every time Zuniga, almost every time he's thrown, he's completed the pass. I don't think he's had many incompletions. He's got a very high percentage. So we'll wait tomorrow to see what the writers put on the statistics. Zuniga looking downfield, wants to pass. Here you go, screen set up for Isaiah Bell on the outside. He drops his shoulder, and he's pushing towards that 1st down mark. I love the way he runs, and I think he may have it.
He runs hard, man. He does have another 1st down, and that's another completion. You talk about what the writers are going to say tomorrow or what the stats are going to have. This game always brings back great memories of my old mentor and sports editor, Buddy Green. He covered many battles of the Arroyos. I covered many battles with him. And, it's always special for me to come out here and watch these guys play the Battle of the Arroyo, because it's always a fun time and a good time to remember old Buddy Green.
Looking forward to that article tomorrow. 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals now. 9:02 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 14-14 the score. Looking downfield, wants to pass. Here we go, lets it fly. He's got a receiver. That's Galvan down at the 10-yard line. And that's another 16-yard pickup for the Cardinals. And Galvan, Zuniga Galvan has been hot right now.
Yes, they have. And this has been all Justin right here, man. He's got a couple of big catches. That was a big catch. It was right in the number. But you have to be a veteran type player to be able to make that catch on the inside there, and knowing you're going to get hit and hold on to the ball. So props to Justin there. Let's see what Harlingen can do here coming into the end zone.
1st and 10 now. Tristan Vasquez on the end around. He'll get the ball 10-yard line down to the 7. Big hit there, but he falls forward for the Cardinals.
Number 88 for the Greyhounds, Mariano Garcia.
Man, Harlingen's moving the ball, but you still see San Benito going out there and hitting hard, man. San Benito has always had one of those hard-hitting defenses, and we're seeing that right now. And they swarm to the ball, too. There's a lot of pride over there in San Benito. So they're looking to buckle down here and try to keep Harlingen from getting any more points on the board.
8:04, 14-14. And here we go. Isaiah Bell in the backfield. Rolls to his left. Zuniga wants to throw back to his right. He's got Tristan Vasquez, tries to spin loose of the defender. Lots of people calling for pass interference, but incomplete.
There was a little contact there. We're standing down here by the Harlingen side, and they definitely wanted the flag. I think to your point earlier, I think the referees are letting them play, and they're doing a good job right now. The refs are calling this game.
All right, here we go, 3rd down, 7 coming up for the Cardinals, and this is a big play right here as they get ready to come up to the line of scrimmage. And this is going to be a very telling play. They're going to go aggressive, try to go for that end zone, or they're going to try to go easy on it. 3rd down, 7, ball on the 7-yard line. No chance for 1st down, got to get that touchdown. Rolls left, here comes the pressure, lets it fly, back of the end zone, incomplete for the Cardinal receiver.
Man, that was some good coverage by, it looked like number 3, John Castro by San Benito, because that, Justin was there again, ready to bring that one in. Aaron, I'll turn off my mic.
All right, Eladio said last time that the Cardinals were up to kick a field goal that he was going to remain quiet. Here we go. Last time did miss wide left. This time they're going to have an opportunity to redeem themselves. 14-14 to this this field goal is very important. Good snap, good hold, kick is up. It looks like it is good. Eladio's going to stay quiet for just a bit more. I'm going to go to Joe over here on the sideline. What you got for us, Joe?
Well, it was a great drive, Aaron. It was a great drive coming down over here and ended up with a field goal. But at least Harlingen got a little bit of momentum going and up by 3 right now, which we have 17-14 with 7:42 left to play in the game. Outstanding little drive. Unfortunately, it's stalled by a field goal, but I think the momentum has shifted a little bit towards Harlingen's side. I think Harlingen needs to make a defensive stop here and control the ball and get the ball back from San Benito.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Yarder to beat San Benito in this game. Guys like Jacob Garza and now Jacob's brother Joseph is wearing it.
All right, short kick here. Number 8's going to return this one. He's broken past midfield now, and he picked up with some steam. I thought he was going to fair catch that one. Number 8, Michael Banda, makes a good return on it.
For the Cardinals, number 14, Zach Salceda.
I was informed that Joe Zuniga has 1 incompletion in the game.
There you go.
1 incompletion.
Thanks, whoever sent that stat. I was really curious because I don't remember calling too many incomplete passes on the Cardinals, so I appreciate that.
And that was Coach Lucia. Thanks, Coach Leo,
Coach.
again.
Appreciate you out there listening and answering our questions. I believe you also answered the question about the number 85.
Yeah, he did. It was him.
And I was really curious about that because, like I said, I remember you again. I remember these great kickers, but they all had 85. Now we know the story. Thankful to hear about that. And just the traditions, right? There's so many traditions.
It's part of the tradition, that is Cardinal football.
Here we go. Keeper up the middle for Hernandez. Big tackle from behind. But he will gain about 5 yards. Didn't look like much, but he got about 5.
Yeah. He's making things happen right now. He's a senior, isn't he? I believe he's a senior. He's a veteran player.
Yes,
he knows what he has to do right now to get San Benito back in the game.
Hernandez now takes a quick pause to look at the sideline, wanting that call. So they're going to give him 4 yards. He fought for those 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. Greyhounds still very much in this. 17-14. He'll be a keeper, right-hand side, following his big offensive lineman. Spins, goes left, but what a big tackle there And I think that's number 32.
Number 32, Mr. J.C. Mordell. 37. We got Esvin Zuniga. I'm not sure there's any relation to Joe Zuniga, but huge tackle right there for Esvin. And a big stop. And a little trash talking there.
A little bit.
All in fun.
All in fun. And I'm going to tell you, and we talked about this earlier, that, both sides have kept it pretty civil.
They have.
Doing a good job, but I'm sure there's a lot going on down there in those piles. Here we go. Hernandez waits for the snap, rolls to his right. Here comes the pressure, steps up in the pocket. Lots of great
Another
jerseys.
huge sack.
They're coming.
That looked like 42. You talk about a player that has a lot riding on this game. I know he's got family in San Benito. And so it's just one of those things where, you want to come out here and you want to do your best for these battles, man, because these are lifelong memories that they're going to hold on to for the rest of their lives.
All right, punt formation now for the San Benito Greyhounds to get ready to let this one go with 5:40 remaining in the third quarter. Down 17-14, not what they wanted, yet they're going to try to make a good special teams play. Look at that booming kick over the head of Tristan Vasquez. Rolling down there close to the end zone.
Oh!
Does he stop it in time? Not sure.
I think they're calling it a touchback.
Hey, Joe, man, that was a big...
In part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
So let's see what happens.
By my measly calculations, Eladio, I think it was about 65-yard punt.
It was a good punt, man. He booted that one.
All right, here we go. Cardinals, handoff up the middle. Nothing doing there.
Ball carrier number 9, Isaiah Bell, nowhere to go.
Aaron, before I forget, I want to say thank you, man. I'm having fun doing this. It's been a while since I did this and called the game and did a little play-by-play, and this is always fun. It's like riding a bike.
It's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy having the history, really helping us out, kind of forming, the backdrop for tonight and what all this means, because it's beyond football, Eladio, right? I mean, you have the cheerleaders, the band, you have the dancers, and, of course, all the fans here. This is about community. It's
Absolutely,
about community.
absolutely.
It's bigger than just the football on the field, and for those of y'all watching from wherever it is, I've been getting texts from all over Texas. Glad you're tuning in. Here we go. Cardinals making a nice run on this one. Quarterback slide, and he'll gain a few on that run.
It is about community, Aaron, and like I've said from the beginning, it looks a little bit different this year, but it feels a lot of the same, especially when the crowd starts getting into it. The Battle of the Arroyo is always going to bring out the best in both communities, and we're seeing that tonight. We're seeing it on the field. Two very competitive teams, two very talented teams, well coached, and I think the marker of that is the lack of personal fouls today.
I totally agree. Then it's been nice to see a pretty clean game up to this point. 3rd down and 7. Looking downfield, Zuniga steps up, wants to let it fly. He's got a receiver open over the middle, and that's a 1st down for the Cardinals. Great patience here by the quarterback.
It is, and we talked about that. We talked about how he's not a flashy guy. We can look here. He's patient. He looks for his first, second, third receivers, and he's able to hit them and convert that 1st down and keep the drive alive. Was that 3rd down
That was third down conversion. Number 11, Isaiah Perales, was the receiver on that catch there, and so that's going to make it 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals, and they're rolling now. 3:42 remaining. They're up 17-14, trying to maintain that lead and grow it. Isaiah Bell, right-hand side, underneath that tackle, and you'll get a big push there. You do that 3 times, you got a 1st down every series.
Yeah, you do that 3 times, you're going to get a touchdown pretty soon. He's a bruiser, man, picking up a quick 8 yards.
Yeah, do the math. You gain 5 yards on the carry. 2 of those make a 1st down, obviously, but bring that down to 4, 3 downs, and you just keep moving those chains. And it's also a really good way to take the clock down slowly, methodically, which then doesn't allow the Greyhounds offense on the field. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 for the Cardinals. Isaiah Bill, they're going to go off that philosophy, and here's 1st down for him.
Up the middle.
Another big 1st down for Isaiah.
Picks up 3, and that is a big red Cardinal. 1st down.
And just like that, we're back up near midfield, Aaron, and you know it looks like Harlingen can build on that momentum that they've been building. You know, this is a game, like I said, you know, you always hear the cliche, it's a game of inches. It's mostly a game of momentum because the thing, it can change in one play.
Zuniga looking back. Nice screen set up there for Galvan. He's going to make a nice first down run out of this one. Great play call. He looked left and then threw it back right.
He did. And he's been doing that. He's done that a couple of times.
On the sub number 4, Leonel Fuentes, and that is another big red Cardinal. First down!
You know, there's been Galvans playing for the past few years. Yes. You know, it's going to be, we're going to miss these kids, this family. You know, they've done a lot for this Harlingen Cardinal football program, so good for them.
All great players. Pistol formation now for the Cardinals. Greyhound defense looking to cinch it up. Isaiah Bell, though, trying to look at him just break through that offensive, the defensive line, if you will, and then again another gain of about 4 or 5 yards.
Greyhounds. Jorge Morado. 2nd and 6 for Cardinals.
All right, Joe, they're coming right at you. Now you're into the field here. What does it feel like to see that Harlingen offense come towards you right now?
Oh, it's an awesome view. The best view in the house, I think, Aaron. We got a good momentum here going here for the Harlingen Cardinals.
2nd down and 6 now. They're going to blow that one dead before it even gets started. Can you tell what that was, Joe? I don't know, false start, perhaps?
False start. Yeah, number 3, offense. 5 yards, 2nd down.
Harlingen's been doing a really good job up to right now with this penalty, but you know, a little bit of balance. They've been running, they've been passing, chewing up some time off the clock, wearing down that defense. Let's see how it continues to roll out, but they've actually done a really good job this drive of just grinding and pounding.
All right, Eladio, they're moving. They're not stopping. That momentum's pushing, but it's slow. It's not fast. They're not trying to do anything too crazy.
No, again, you know, you got a guy like Joe Zuniga out there, and he's gonna be able to command the drive. And
we got a pick right now. Number 3 from Greyhounds. He may take this to the house. I don't think anybody's going to stop him. 30, 20, 15, 10. Talk about momentum shift, touchdown, Greyhounds. And just like that, Eladio, we were talking about getting space for that Arlington Cardinals. And boom, interception, touchdown.
That's right, and that was John Castro, San Benito. He had a big stop earlier on Justin Galvan in the end zone. Broke up a pass. He came up with a huge. We talked about these momentum changers. We talked about making a big play on defense. And so you know you got to score defense. Is there a flag out there? Did I miss something?
You know, that was such a bang play right there. I don't know what's going on. There is something. The officials are discussing something at the center of the field there. We're trying to figure out, wait for the white cap, bringing in the back judge, the umpires there, the head linesman, and they're going to try to figure out, sort all this out. And here's our white cap tonight, and he'll be explaining to us what happened.
Personal foul during the return. Block below the waist, number 88, San Benito. 15-yard penalty. First down, San Benito.
Football, but no touchdown. That comes off the board.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Now have to turn into blockers. They're not used to that. First down for the Greyhounds. Hand up, that's Nova up the middle, and Nova with a gain of 6 yards.
Nova had been a little quiet there towards the end of the first half, so here we are seeing him again. Picked up 6 yards and setting up the Greyhounds in good territory.
Joe, did you have eyes on that block below the waist? Did you see that? We couldn't see it from this angle.
You know, good point, Eric. I did not get to see it. I thought that, you know, it was a hold or something, but I couldn't see it.
All right, so it brings it back either way, right? And on the keeper, but lots of great jerseys. He'll be taken down in the backfield, and that's a big defensive stop there for the Cardinals. think Eladio's batteries are down, so need to get those switched out here, but going to keep the call rolling here as we work on that. But 3rd down and 8. Coming for the Greyhounds. We're going to switch quarters here. I'm going to shoot it over to Joe here on the sideline. Joe, if you can kind of give us some
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We got a heck of a ball game, folks. Thanks for joining us.
We're going to go right to it here on 4th quarter. Score is 17-14 Cardinals, and they are trying to make something happen here. The Greyhounds, again, with that interception, ran it back for a touchdown, but that was called back because of the block below the waist. And so now the Greyhounds are trying to make something out of a difficult 3rd down and 8. Looking downfield, great arm on the quarterback, in and out of the hands of his receiver, and that'll be incomplete pass, and that will be 4th down for the Greyhounds. All right, San Benito now looks like they're gonna bring out the punt team. Tristan Vasquez going to be deep to return this one. Now, what does that mean? You know, what does that big momentum shift once again mean here for the Greyhounds? In my opinion, really needed that, Eladio, right? I mean, that interception was critical, and what you want to be able to do is capitalize anytime you have those turnovers. Oh, that's a high snap over the head of the punter. He's going to track it down. No, it's picked up by the Cardinals, and that's a touchdown. Cardinals #1, Paul Price on the pickup, scoops it, touchdown, Cardinals.
Just like that, Aaron, we have a new ball game here. A muff punt, and the kickoff here. Harlingen was able to recover the balls, get in on the defensive score. Right now, depending on this extra point, right now it's 23-14. But definitely things have shifted around from the interception that was called back from the San Benito Greyhounds to right now. So point is up and it's good, but it's been a great ride right now and a great play by the Harlingen defense.
I tell you what, it's been back and forth so much so that can't really keep track of it. It's been trying to put some points on the board. Interception, thought it was a touchdown, brought back. San Benito goes back to work, tries to.
Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Upon wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio.
All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Over the punter's head that they got scooped up for the touchdown. So, you know, there's still a lot of games to play. We're at 11:49 left in the game, and the Cards are up by 10. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen, and it will happen. We know there's a battle at Arroyo. This is going to be a flag right there on the kickoff. I think this is going to be offside on the kicking team. This will be returned by number 5. And depending on how the Greyhounds feel about their position on that, they may decline it or not, but that's going to be offsides on the Cardinals.
Yeah, it was, and you know this is a key drive for San Benito right now coming up because they need to do something. They need to make something happen. I think they have the personnel to do it. They have the players. They just have to kind of calm down and know that the game is still well within hand, and they can put a drive together. We've seen them put those drives together.
Offsides. Kicking team, number 1-4. 5 yards into the run.
That'll be offsides on the Cardinals. And the Greyhounds will go to work. You know, it's 24-14, so it's a 2-possession game right now. 10 points, need a touchdown and a field goal to tie it. 2 touchdowns to go up ahead. The Greyhounds going to start work here from the 39-yard line, their own 39. And Hernandez has been in there all night long, doing a good job for that Greyhound offense, spreading the ball around. This time connects with his receiver on a little slot pattern. And he'll gain a few yards on that one.
Nice little 5-yard catch, but Harlingen defender was able to close in on him pretty quick and keep those yaks, as you said.
Yards after catch, yak. YAC.
Aaron, before this play, I want to give a shout out to our superintendent, Dr. Art Cavazos. You know, he announced his retirement.
That's right.
At the end of the school year earlier, a few weeks ago. This is his last battle, and you know, we just want to wish him the best.
Absolutely. You know, he always takes time to say hi to you. Run here by Hernandez up the middle, and that'll be a first down. Done so much for the district, Eladio, and like I said, you know, with all the big picture items, he always makes it a point to make it personal, and I've always appreciated that from him.
Yeah, he does. He's done a good job, and you know, you talk about, you know, what makes this game special. He's from Los Angeles, San Benito, he's got family there. He's our superintendent here, so everything intertwines when it comes to Battle of the Arroyo.
All right, here we go now. Looking downfield, wants to pass. Got someone open here on the outside. In and out of his hands. A little bit of back and forth there between, if you will, the cornerback and the receiver. But incomplete after all that.
It was incomplete. I know he's calling for the flag. It was a little bit over, and he was out of bounds when he even made contact with that ball. But no, back to Dr. Cavazos. He has made a lot. He made a huge impact. Not just for the school district, but for the individual students. We're definitely going to miss him, but we wish him the best, you know, and good for him. As he says, he's going to reclaim his time, spend time with family and his 2 boys.
All right, here we go. Greyhounds trying to mount a comeback here in the Battle of the Arroyo. Hernandez left-hand side. Nice room up there. Great job of the offensive line blocking for him. That's going to spring him for a big-time gain, about 18 yards on that pickup.
Cardinals, number 37, Esvin Zuniga. Greyhounds pick up a first down.
Big pickup, put it in Cardinal territory.
From the Cardinal 18.
You know, slow and methodically, San Benito just tries to get back into the game. They're not panicking. They're not rushing. They know they still have a lot of time. We've got 10:23 left in the game, and San Benito's driving on the 28-yard line.
Okay, here we go. They're down here closer to us on the field. Hernandez is going to give it. Now keep it. He's trying to get up the middle, but here come the gray jerseys. They'll get him in the backfield. And that's a big defensive play there for the Harlingen Cardinals.
Hernandez up the middle.
You know, he was set to lose about 5 yards there. He was still able to escape. I mean, it was a big stop, but he was still able to escape and bring it back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 9, 9:48 and counting remaining in the ball game. Both squads still have all 3 timeouts, and so that's in their favor. So a lot can happen here. 2-score game, 24-14. 10 points. Greyhounds trying to claw back into this one. They want to get some points on this drive. Looking downfield, Hernandez. He lets it fly. Receiver, he's got a jersey, though, being held, and I think that's going to be holding on the defense.
They are going to call the hold there. I think it was pretty obvious. Everybody saw it. Nobody's arguing the call.
No.
The Harlingen side.
Joe, you're right there. Joe, you see that? What do you think we got?
Well, I think they're going to call the Cardinals here for defensive holding, but you know, right now, Aaron, what we're seeing is San Benito putting together a good drive. Not taking the thing is they're not taking a lot of time out right now from the clock. So still plenty of time. 9:28 left. It's been an impressive little drive. I mean, they're doing some sweeps around the left-hand side. Cardinals are not able to stop that right now. So let's see what's going to go on here.
You know, and it's been interesting to see, you know, throughout the game, as the game has gone on, Eladio, how, you know, being tired and being exhausted is going to start to play into it now.
Pass interference.
And how at some points the San Benito defense has
15
seemed
yards,
so strong,
first down.
and at some point so weak. And then you could say the same thing for the Cardinals. It's kind of that physical roller coaster also.
Right, it definitely is. And if you remember, the offseason, the preseason
Yes.
games, the non-district games, they weren't played this year.
That's right.
So at some point that takes its toll on the team.
100% right.
I think that's a false start from my angle here. It looked like the center kind of
I mean, Eladio, like you
pumped.
Yeah, I saw that too, right? Looked like a little movement there. You know, usually before they even
False
get
start.
into district play, they've got 4 games under their belts. And we talked about this earlier. By the way,
62
Harlingen made it a point
5
several
yards,
years ago
first down.
to schedule San Antonio teams, to schedule those San Antonio Reagans, to schedule outside opponents, if you will, to test their mettle early on.
In 2011, they scheduled Abilene.
And previous state champions.
A few years off a state championship, they scheduled them. They beat them in double overtime.
That's right.
And I think that really catapulted them into the success they had that year.
100% right. First down at 15. Handoff, Nova. Nowhere to go for Nova. Has a bunch of gray jerseys surround him there.
It'll be no gain, second down.
Huge stop for Harlingen there, setting up a second and 15.
On the stop, number 76, Noah
On the
Figueroa.
17 with 9:11 to play in the game. There's still plenty of time for San Benito, Aaron. You know, there's no rushing. There's no need to rush. They got all their timeouts. But at some point, you got to start thinking like, all right, let's get this ball rolling. And the defense for Harlingen ain't going to let them.
Nope.
Isn't letting them.
That cover 1 defense for Harlingen. They're playing man up here on the outside. And here goes. Hernandez looking downfield. He's got a receiver, but he just way overthrows him. Not even close.
Pass to Cinco, third down for Greyhound.
Hey, you know, we can't fail to mention, Eladio, speaking about Harlingen, those big opponents, I remember some battles with San Benito in Smithson Valley. I don't know if you remember those several years ago also, where they started to break into those big games with those big teams, you know, and fought them pretty hard. Sometimes at the end it wouldn't work out, but man, you know, San Benito started to show also that they could play with the big boys.
No, they did, and you know, I think it's a valley-wide thing now that we can expect that from our valley team.
Hernandez will be sacked for a loss, and 4th down coming up for the Greyhounds. Joe, what do you think? Field goal or go for it?
Well, Aaron, that was a great defensive stop. Let's see what San Benito does. But the Harlingen Cardinals were able to hold them down, possibly going down for a field goal. But great stop. Great. It looks like they're going to go for a field goal. Great stand for the Harlingen Cardinals against this high post of offense.
We're looking at about 26-yard field goal from that San Benito kicker right now. 36.
36. Yeah, right. You had that 10. It's up. Waiting for the official. I think it's good, and it is. And so they knocked down that 10-point deficit. Now they got 7. So one possession game now.
One possession game. Huge kick for San Benito. You know, you get down to this point in the field, like I mentioned earlier with Harlingen. If you have confidence in your kicking game, you know that you can get close enough and kick these field goals and get those points on the board. There's no need to want to rush and touch.
That's right.
You know, so it's really a luxury that a lot of high school teams have down here. They have those good kickers that can give you those points.
And let me.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
All right, number 10, back to receive Eric Ilantan. And he does have Tristan Vasquez over on the other side. And number 1, Paul Price. Kicker for San Benito, getting ready to launch this one. And he's going to boom this one deep. Should be returned around the 5-yard line. Ilantan with a pick up the 5-10, now 15, makes a nice move. Cuts up the middle, trying to break through that sea of gold, and does out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, number 10, Aaron Ilantan for the Cardinals. Got penalty marker on the field.
Joe, how's the extracurricular activity going down there?
Well, for the most part, it seems to be going pretty good right now. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of shuffling here and there, but you know, so far it's been a pretty clean game here. And sometimes when this battle royal, sometimes you expect a little bit more, more personal fouls or more, unsportsmanlike conduct. But for the most part,
offsides,
it's
kicking
been
team.
a pretty good game.
Totally agree, Ladio.
Penalties decline.
No,
first down.
It has, and I think we mentioned that earlier. The lack of personal fouls out there, usually, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but you
Oh, okay. Okay. Penalty is not declined. Harlingen has chosen the 5-yard option. First down, Harlingen.
Okay, so penalty. Official thought it was declined. He said, sorry, it wasn't declined, so they're gonna add that yardage there. All right, here we go. Number 4, Joe Zuniga in the backfield, they have Kian Torres, so they're switching it up to the speed guy here late in the ball game. Kian Torres in that pistol formation. He's lined up behind his quarterback, takes it to the right, and there are the San Benito Greyhounds. Great contain on the outside.
Number 19, Ian Torres. On the stop, number 44 for the Greyhounds, Zachary Galvan. Is a loss of play, second down for the Cardinals.
It sounds cliche almost when we say this is a key drive.
Right.
At this point, they're all key drives, right? Because, you know, you have Harlingen not only wanting to score, but they really want to run out the clock right now. We're going to see a lot of run, and we're going to see a lot of Kian or Isaiah Bro if he gets back in, because
they need it, right? They want positive yards, though, but here's a pass. Almost intercepted. Close one there. Which is why you want the run.
Which is why you want the run, right, exactly. But these guys have the ability to go for that kill move.
Yes,
So.
that's right.
But you definitely want to, you know, with 7:13 left in the game, you definitely want to work that clock. You know, you're up by 7. It's a one-score game. And you definitely want to work that clock.
Third down now, 13 to go here for the first down. 7-13, 24-17 Cardinals in command right now. Rolls to his right. Zuniga comes back to his left. And here come the Greyhounds, and he'll be sacked behind the line of scrimmage by number 44, the Greyhounds.
On the sack, number 13.
That was a huge stop by San Benito. This is what San Benito needed to come out and do.
Yes.
You know, you talk about a key drive for Harlingen. It was also a key drive for San Benito to come up with a big stop of the Cardinals so they can give their offense the ball back, and that's what they're going to do right now.
Number 44, Zachary Galvan, defensive end here. The senior playing in his last battle at Arroyo, right? A lot of seniors tonight. This will be their last one, all the seniors. And they're definitely doing a good job on the edge there. Coming up with a third down.
Personal foul,
for the official.
face mask,
Face
defense,
mask on San
number
Benito.
8, 15 yards, first down.
Cardinals. That's a big game breaker.
Yeah, that one hurts, man. That one hurts. When you think you have that big stop, it's kind of like that interception. That's 2 penalties on San Benito now that has kind of broken their momentum on this game and in this second half, really.
Penalties at the wrong time. Well, there's never a right time for penalties, but
there's never a right time.
But specifically, it feels right now it's just not the time. You got to play clean. Here we go.
7:02 left in the game.
First and 10. All three timeouts remaining for both teams. 7:02. Here we go. First and 10 Cardinals. Zuniga give out to the left. Number 10 trying to make space. Nothing there for Eric Ilantan.
Eric Ilantan.
You know, they're trying to use that speed that Eric brings to the game to kind of break it open. San Benito, good job. I don't know if that was number 2 for the stop or who it was, but that was a good tackle on Eric, you know, because Eric, you give him a little space and he's going to make something happen. He's going to pick up 10, 15, 20 yards right away.
Okay, second down and 10, so they're going to say no game. Bell goes on.
It's another one of those spot fouls, so it sets him up at 2nd and 8. And you saw it happen. You saw him get that block, and he tried to back off, threw his hands up, but it was a little bit too late. The ref had seen what he'd seen, and he tossed that flag.
Second down and 7, balls on the 46-yard line. Zuniga trying to make something happen, wants that first down. Here comes the pressure from 94 up the middle. He does not get him, and good job there of Zuniga getting rid of it.
There's another flag out there in the defensive backfield.
Joe, do you have an eye on that one? Another flag on the field there. Joe, you got anything?
I was trying to look at, I couldn't see what happened on that play. I know he threw it out of bounds, but I don't think that was the penalty, but I just couldn't see a penalty for the angle that I had.
Second and 7, we'll wait for the. It seems to me, Eladio, that the penalties have been stacking up a little bit here in the fourth quarter.
They have. I think we jinxed that too.
We're saying it's been a
during the play. Number 77, ineligible lineman downfield, offense. That penalty is declined.
So they'll
third
decline
down.
That. Same
third
thing,
down.
right? We talked about that.
Yeah, no, we did. We talked about the you know, it's one of those mistakes that, you know, they expect the play to develop and it doesn't develop, and they find themselves in a position where you get called for the penalty.
Yep. All right, 24-17. It just seems like the Cardinals on offense, man, they take a lot of, it seems like they take a lot of time, but not a lot of time off the game clock. We're at 5:51 now. Zuniga looking downfield, lets it fly. Oh, nice bat in the air, and it's intercepted by the Greyhounds. He's going the other way. He crosses field out to the 20 now. 15, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
There are those momentum changers, Aaron, that we talked about. A huge, huge batted ball by somebody. Number 8 there just at the right.
Wow.
Michael Banda for the Greyhounds.
Michael Banda.
Michael Banda, we've heard his name a lot
Yes.
tonight. He's been all over the place, and I believe he's a senior. You know, and these are the type of plays that these kids remember, man. You know.
I want to say, Eladio, there was 44. Zachary Galvan who got his hand up there. Because he was the only goal. Did you see, Joe? I think it was 44 that batted that down. Could you tell?
Yeah, I believe so. It was, tip ball, ended up catching the ball, ended up running it off with a touchdown. Definitely a momentum changer, Aaron. I mean, here Harlingen had the ball, possibly punt, maybe get a first down. But things have changed a little bit here.
It's a tie ball game now, 24-24. A lot of the teams to me that in the second half, it hasn't been so much about the offensive production. It's been special teams and defense.
Special teams and defense have definitely showed how important they can play into a big game like tonight. And here we are.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
We have got an amazing game. It is 24-24 with 5:39 remaining. Kickoff looks good. Tristan Vasquez will get another crack at this one at the 14-yard line. Bust out past the 20, trying to find a gap. Doesn't. Down at the 23.
Christian Vasquez, we got penalty markers on the field.
Here come the yellow flags.
There's definitely been a lot more penalties, Aaron, in the second half. And
riding that physical and emotional roller coaster, both teams during this game tonight, right? And it seems like just a little spark gets one team going, and then the other team gets a little spark and gets them going, and it's just back and forth. And both teams really doing a good job of capitalizing whenever they do get that much momentum in their favor. But here we're dealing right now with a big game on the line, 5:32, especially for the seniors tonight as they're playing their last battle of the Arroyo, and they've got a great one in their hands. And as fans, we do too. Looks like they're bringing the kickoff and kick return units back, Eladio.
Offsides. Kicking team, number 26.
Offsides on San Benito.
5-yard penalty. Re-kick.
Accept it.
they're going to make him
Re-kick.
Again.
Yep.
They're going to make him kick again and try to make something happen out of special teams.
Well, when you have, returners like Ilantan, when you have Tristan Vasquez, why not give him another chance, right? You never know. They could break one, and that decision could mean 6 points.
Absolutely, man. And these kids, these returners, I say kids, man, these are young men, have really proven over the season that they have what it takes on special teams to break one open and make a game out of it.
Now, I am noticing that Cardinals have come out with a hands team, Eladio, so they have come out on special teams, expecting perhaps an onside kick, a pooch kick. So they got all kinds of backs, receivers, running backs here to field this one.
I was going to say before the early kickoff, let's expect anything from San Benito. This is the time when, sometimes you have momentum and you really want to take advantage of that and try anything. But I don't see them trying that.
Little short pooch kick. I think this one will go return. Fielded number 1 out to the 35. Reverses field now, trying to get across. He does. He's got space on the edge. Can't get that final edge guy, but he's still down at the 40. They're saying fumble. I don't think so.
There's a flag
Here's flags.
I don't know if it was a horse-colored tackle that they might throw.
Okay.
I didn't see any blockers out there.
Neither did I.
Again, with those gray uniforms.
It's hard to tell.
I just saw number 1 running and then tackled from behind.
Joe, you got anything? Any eyes down there?
Well, I couldn't see. He ran around. There's a multiple flags. A couple of the side judge also threw a flag, Aaron. But this is going to be a key drive. This is going to be a very, very key drive for Harlingen. With 5:23 left to play in the game, this could be the drive.
Personal foul. Blindside block, number 51, receiving team. 15 yards, the spot of the flag. First down, Harlingen.
Blindside. Okay, so Cardinals are going to have the ball where they originally would have had before the offside penalty that was accepted. All right, so ball's on about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, got to go 78 yards in 5.5 minutes. The clock looks like it's been at 5:20.
It's been stalled out, kind of like the breeze tonight. All right, quick move to the outside. Kian Torres not finding much luck on the edge. There's number 28, Mauricio Padilla on the tackle.
Harlingen still has time. They have their 3 timeouts. They still have the luxury of being able to run the ball and run some of that clock out.
Just that slow, methodical pace, right, that they've been able to engineer time and time again. But here's the thing, Eladio, you got to score. And so you can't take too much time because you got to move it. At least give your kicker a chance, all right? 4:45, second down, 6. It could come down to special teams play, Eladio.
And there's another penalty. Both sides are pointing at each other.
It is getting a little bit hectic here. I so much agree in the fact that it feels like this clock has been stalled out for 2 minutes, just like stuck in time, all right?
It has.
It's not moving, which is good news if you enjoy a good, the officials, by the way, they've done a good job. They've got to come to the middle of the field, and they got to talk to each other, and discuss what's going on. But I appreciate that they're thorough. That way they make sure and get it right.
We got the call here.
Whitecap going to come talk to Coach Manny Gomez.
Looks like it's going against Harlingen.
Can you tell that by the look on Coach Gomez's face?
False start, number 67. Offense, 5 yards, second down.
So false start, 5-yard penalty.
Sets up a 2nd and 11, 4:43 left in the game from their own 22.
I'm going to say this, Eladio, and I feel it. San Benito's hot right now.
San Benito is hot.
And you get their offense out there with good field position, get ready. Yep. I feel it. Like they got that edge right now. So Cardinals have got to do something. 2nd down and 11, rolling to his right. This is Galvan, by the way. He's going to let this one fly. Has Kian Torres deep, in and out of the hands of a defender, incomplete. Yes, sir.
Turn from receiver to defensive back there.
Well, the receiver turned to quarterback because Galvan threw that.
Galvan threw that, so
right.
he was out of that. I think he was out of the Wildcat formation. I didn't get to see, but yeah, no, definitely good job by Kyan out there to break up that interception. That would have been a killer.
Yes,
that would have been a killer.
That's totally right. I thought that was going to be interception city right there. And like I just said, San Benito's hot right now. You don't want to get on the ball with good field position. That interception would have been a killer. 3rd down and 11, though. San Benito defense, they're coming after him. I think they're going to try to put pressure. And here we go. Zuniga looks downfield. Here it comes up the middle. He lets it fly. No look pass. Is that caught? I couldn't see that, Eladio.
It was a catch. Looks like was it 5?
Well, we know Zuniga's down over here, by the way. He took a big hit. Right here. Tristan Vasquez again. Joe, did you get a good look at the end of that play there?
He took a shot, Aaron. I saw the shot. He got a clean shot. He came right in. It was pretty much up.
Provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
All right, he's up. A little bit of a limp, but he's going to jog it off the field, so it's good to see that. Now the question becomes, Eladio, who's up next? Will they go Wildcat with Galvan and let him play as his brother did last year in that quarterback position? I think they will. And so they're going to call up the younger Galvan brother. He's not young anymore. Now he's a upperclassman, but compared to his other brothers that have come before him. So he gets a shot here to lead the Cardinals with 4:13 remaining in the ball game. Galvan in that shotgun formation is going to run it left. He's got speed, but not enough to elude number 2 from the Greyhounds.
No, and I think
On the stop, number 2, Aaron Reyes.
Aaron Reyes, we've seen him.
There's no gain, second down for the Cardinals.
I think he's the one that tripped up Eric Lantan earlier, and he did the same here. You know, that was a big stop for San Benito because Justin's one of those players that, you know, all you need is a small hole, and he's gonna break it. He's gonna make something happen. I think Joe Zuniga's back.
He's back. That was quick. You got to give him props for that. I know he's probably playing through pain. 3:33 remaining. Drops back. Lets it fly. Guess who that is? Number 44, who had that tip for interception earlier. Got his big mitts up there in the air again.
He did. So just like that, it's a third and long.
Third down for the Birds.
You know, they converted earlier. They've converted some third and longs before, but at those moments, there's still a lot of game to play. We're getting down to the point where you know you got to really make something happen with a 3rd and 10 and 3:29 left in the game.
Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. That's worthy to be noted. Zuniga, shotgun formation. Tristan Vasquez in motion. Looks downfield, wants to pass. Good protection. Lets it fly. Incomplete pass. I think that was a good no call there.
That was a good no call. The San Benito secondary did a good job on that play to tie everybody up.
Fourth down and 10. Offense is still in the field, I believe. So it looks like they're going to roll. Now, sometimes they'll line up like this and then quickly shift and get into quick punt formation. But we'll see what happens here. Are they going to try to do a hard count? Yeah. So timeout, San Benito.
Timeout, San Benito.
What was
the first timeout of the second half?
That, Joe? Do you think they were going to drop back in a quick punt, or do you think they were going to try to go for it?
You know, Aaron, I really do believe that that's what they were going to do.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
The momentum has shifted a little bit, and they're going to have the ball with a lot of time left to play. So this is, like I said, defense got to make a stand.
All right, here we go. 4th and 10. Cardinals are lined up in offense. Here we go. Quick punt formation now. They're going to shift back, and Zuniga will have kicking duties. Oh, no, and that's going to go against the Cardinals. If you're a San Benito Greyhounds fan, you're saying, oh, yes, because that's going to push them back 5 more yards.
77, offense. 5 yards, 4th down.
I got a sense there that Cardinals were going to try to do something interesting on that. You know, I don't know if they were going to fake it or what, but I got kind of a sense that Cardinals were trying to pull something off there. All right, 4th down, here we go. Quick punt now for Zuniga. It's actually a really good-looking punt over the head of number 4 for the Greyhounds. He's going to go ahead and try to return this one now to the 15-20 now. And the Greyhounds are going to have 80 yards to work with. They're about 75.
And again.
But that brings it back to the 24. It'll be 1st and 10 for
Thank you
Greyhounds.
to everybody that's texting me saying we can't hear you. My mic, the batteries went out again. So
I don't know what, Eladio, 2 microphones that you got too much power. I think that's what it is, man.
I talk hard. I must talk hard.
We'll make adjustments. Big thanks to our sideline guy Joe tonight, doing a great job giving us that up close and personal view. First down and 10 for the Greyhounds. And here we go, running to his left. Lots of great jerseys swarming now. Here they come.
You know, just as we said about San Benito defense, this Harlingen defense is really going to have to come in and make a statement. Maybe even pick off the ball, create a fumble, and score. But they got to make something happen right now in order to get the momentum back on the Harlingen side.
Second down and 12 for the Greyhounds. Line shift for the Cardinals. Man in motion for the Greyhounds. Right-hand side, keeper up the middle. Back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe. But third down now for the Greyhounds. And I tell you what, you know, it's getting close.
You know, Aaron, we've been talking about this. It's a great game. This is a very key spot for the defense. You know, they got to make a stand. Don't let San Benito get a first down because, I mean, there's 2:14 left, and they can make a stop here and get Harlingen the ball back with pretty decent field position. You know, anything can happen.
All right, here we go. Third down on the call. Looking downfield. Hernandez lets it fly. Can't tell what waiting for the official. Says he caught it, and I think that's a first down Greyhounds. Wow, what a pass there. That reception was low and to the ground and outside to where only his receiver could get to it. And they're going to reset the chains. First down Greyhounds. Here we go. Hernandez now. Clock at 1:51 and counting. Looks downfield, lets it fly. Receiver on the outside. Get out of bounds, but he doesn't. Forward momentum, 3-yard gain.
That was a huge first down for San Benito. We're down to 140. We got about a second and 7.
Number 15, Justin Martinez.
Coming up.
All right, now Greyhounds, they're pushing. 2nd and 7 now. 24-24 is your score. Tied up here with 1:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Hernandez, here comes the pressure. Do they get to him? Yes, they do, and it's quarterback sack, and the Greyhounds lose big on second down.
On the sack, number 25, Ryan Quilantal, and number 83, Daniel Perales.
That guy came in untouched, man. He came in untouched. He was flying. And, I mean, Aaron, we got 1:14 left.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
We're in regular time. Let's stay in regular time.
Yes, sir.
24.
I'm a little hungry, though. So.
I know. Those signs are looking better and better now. Okay, third down, and 15 for the Greyhounds. Hernandez takes a snap. Here we go. Steps up in the pocket. Pressure. Gets away from it, but not that second line. Fourth down coming up for the Greyhounds.
We got about a 4th and 11.
Timeout. Harlingen. The first timeout of the second half.
All the coaches like, no flags, no flags. Get.
Still a minute to 5 seconds, less than seconds left to play in the game. Harlingen just got to put together a drive. If not, we go to OT.
I don't want to say it, but you just said it. All right. Eladio, right? Go back to those field goals earlier.
Y'all couldn't hear us. It's all right.
It's okay. It's okay. We're in regular time, though. We're in RT right now. 105 remaining. Stay with us, man. This is an awesome game, 24-24. Wherever it is that you're watching from, listening from, thanks for joining
I was
us.
going to say, you got to figure you got to punt here.
You got to, right? Or else you give Harlingen that much better field position. Good-looking punt. I mean, that's a laser. Tristan Vasquez will pick it up at the 22-yard line. Gets out of bounds right around the 40. So good pickups. Short field for the Cardinals.
Yeah, setting up on the 39-yard line, negative 39. 61 yards for a touchdown, and you're looking at about maybe 40 yards for a field goal. We got 53 seconds left in the game. I mean, this is what it's about.
What would you say to get in a field goal range? I'm going to test your math skills right now. And then, you're going to have to put together some kind of equation to determine what the kicker can actually kick, right? So where's the mark that they need to get to for a good field goal attempt?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know what this kicker's range is. But
Okay, all right.
They can get to the 25, 30-yard
Okay.
line. I know these Harlingen kickers, and in the spirit of number 85.
I love it. All right. First down and 10 for the Cardinals. Zuni steps into it. He's going to let this one fly. Tristan Vasquez deep. Almost intercepted. He overthrew him.
He did, but Tristan was there again. Receiver turned defensive back.
Second down for the Cardinals.
Good heads-up play there by the receiver.
Well, we know what Harlingen was thinking. Let's just go for the kill,
Just
right?
get it done.
Let's
Yeah.
Let's get going.
Let's go home.
Less than a minute left.
Let's go Stripes El Pato Pizza Hut. All right.
Pizza Hut. Pepper's still open.
We still don't know if Mr. G's is over there on that side yet. We'll figure that out. Okay, second down and 10 coming up. Cardinals now. Zuniga, keeper, right hand side. Quilantan on the outside. Hurdles someone. There's a hurdle team again. But he stays in bounds.
He did stay in bounds.
On the stop number 23, Nick Castillo.
Great
Cardinals
stop
pick up
by the
3.
Sun Hill
It'll be
defense.
3rd and 7.
Got another Harlingen timeout.
Timeout. Harlingen. Their second timeout
All right,
of the
Joe,
second
what's
half.
the call here on third down and 10?
Well, Aaron, I
Put you on the spot, all right? Put you on the spot.
69 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Back and forth. So many momentum changes throughout the game tonight. We've had a pick six call back. We've had a batted ball turn into a pick six, right?
We had a missed field goal.
Missed field goal, that's right. Had a little bit of everything tonight. It has been exciting. Third down and 6. Zuniga rolls to his left, lets it fly. Receiver open. Galvan, first down, Cardinals.
First down on the 40, 39, stops the clock for a few seconds for him to set up.
And truthfully, he spiked the ball, but the chains weren't even set yet. They could have waited, they had a play ready. They could have snapped it as those chains were set. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it saves them the timeout. It saves them the timeout to possibly set up for a field goal later. Because the clock was going to get going anyway.
So
with 20 seconds, man, I mean, you don't get more excited than this. Justin Galvan came up clutch again. He's come up clutch in the first half a few times with some big catches, and we saw him there again in the fourth quarter.
All right, here we go. Zuniga gets ready, unloads this one's got a receiver, but he just overthrows him. That's an incomplete pass. Receiver was going in, but the pass went out.
Third down, 14 seconds left on the clock.
14 seconds remaining. Look, you've got to connect on this one. So you said 25.
I said 25.
So you got to get a 15-yard pass to get that kicker ready to go. He's warming up over here right next to us.
He is.
He's ready to go. But you got to get about 15 yards in the air here. If the ball's at 25, that gives you a 35, 42-yard field goal attempt, okay? So Zuniga now getting ready. He's got to get 15 yards for his kicker. Can he get it? Steps up, lets it fly. Receiver over the middle, in and out of his hands. He almost catches it as he's on the ground, but it's incomplete.
Who was that?
Fourth down for the Cardinals.
What's the call here? That's what I want to know. 4th and 10, 8 seconds remaining.
I think you got to go for it. Go for it all.
Go for it all, says Joe. What do you think, Eladio?
Well, I mean, with 8 seconds, you can stop the clock with a first down.
Right.
And hope it gives you enough time to throw into the end zone or kick that field goal, right? You still have that timeout left. I wish I had 2 more seconds at least.
That's right. I'm going to say play for overtime. Protect the footballs, number 1, though. You don't want to turn it over. That's for sure. You don't want a chance for a pick 6.
Timeout.
Don't throw anything to the edges.
San Benito.
You know, I think you
The
can
third and final
protect
timeout.
the football because if anything else, you got overtime.
That's right. That's right.
An overtime format, I don't want to talk about it early. No, let's not talk about it. We'll talk about it if we get there, all right?
Clock operator. Clock operator.
That should be back
I need
at
8 seconds.
There it goes.
On the clock, 8 seconds.
So Greyhounds have 1 more timeout, so do the Cardinals. Line. Cardinals, Zuniga, Torres, backfield, Galvan, out wide, looks downfield, wants Galvan, finds him, spins. Will he get down in time for a timeout? And he does.
Justin again with a huge play, a huge clutch
Wow.
play. We've seen Justin make these catches all season.
Where's he at?
Timeout. Timeout. Harlingen.
He's at the
Timeout.
25. He got there.
About a 43?
43.
43-yarder.
Eladio, you said if he gets to the 25.
25, he got to.
He's there.
He's at 25.
Yep. It's right on it.
I will turn off my mic in just a second.
Okay. All right. So this will be 25 plus 10, right? It's 35 plus 7. You're looking at 42-yard. That's a long way for a high school kicker.
That's a lot of math, Aaron.
I'm working as fast as I can, y'all. All right. All right. So look, and they're getting some practices over here during the timeout. They want to make sure, first of all, in this kick, okay, you want to make sure that the long snapper here, he's going to be very important, all right, in this play. The long snapper, number 89, all right? That's Connor Reedon, number 89. He's critical in this. And then the holder's number 14. That's Zach Sauceda. Critical. You cannot overlook those guys. And then you have to look at that offensive line. They got to protect, okay? Now, here's the question. Do the Greyhounds ice the kicker? They got 1 timeout. I think they're going to do it.
Yeah, they'll do it. They'll do it. They'll call a timeout.
Okay, number 85. Talk about critical. Joseph Garza. Set up. Expecting an ice. Expecting a timeout. But maybe not. 42-yard field goal to win the battle of the Arroyo. And here we go. Good snap. Good set. Kick is up.
Money.
It's good.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It is good.
No.
They called timeout, didn't they?
Kick is no good.
What?
Time has expired in the game. We have a tie ball game.
All right, folks.
We're going now.
It fooled 3 of us and a whole bunch of people up here in the stands. They said no good.
2 minutes up on the clock. 2 minutes up on the clock.
It looked good from this angle.
Yeah.
I mean,
We are not the officials on the field. They got 2 standing right underneath those goalposts there, and they're going to say it was no good.
2 minutes. By UIL rule, that's a cool-off period for both teams and the officials. 2 minutes.
Okay. So they're going to take a 2-minute break now. I tell you what, man.
So I cannot remember an overtime Battle of the Arroyo.
I'm gonna go to you on that, Eladio. You got that history.
And I've been thinking about it. We didn't want to talk overtime, but I cannot remember an overtime Battle of the Arroyo.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
You know, so let's talk overtime, right? I don't want to say AOT. And again, on that field goal attempt, I think all three of us here in a large portion thought it was good. And so I'm still kind of baffled by the fact that I was fooled so hard on that. I thought it was good.
Well, you know, the angle too from here.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Port Isabel beat Altair Rice in, I believe, 4 or 5 overtimes.
Wow.
My buddy Mike Gonzalez was there. This was before, it wasn't before internet, but it was before we could really keep up with games like we do now. And I was on the cell phone with him, and he was giving me play-by-play. So let's see what happens here, man. This is great. This is exciting, and I'm glad they're on our side of the field.
They are. Joe, I'm going to have you go to that sideline, bro, because I want you to be right up there in the action. Here we go. Handoff up the middle, and Nova goes nowhere.
Huge stop there.
Nova Bejarano up the middle on the stop in the back number 9.
All right, so second down coming up now for the Greyhounds. You know, they took a 2-minute break, which was per UIL rules. The reasoning was so that the teams could have a chance to cool off. Well, you don't want them to cool off too much because they need to stay warm. Second down and 10. Here we go. No time on the clock. Looking downfield. Here comes a pass. No good, and there with a little big hit at the end.
Pass is incomplete.
You know, it seems that with some of the plays that both of these teams have pulled out, a 3rd and 10 is a long conversion, but both sides have come up with clutch plays. So
the most recent one was that connection from Zuniga to Galvan, right? That gave him that field goal attempt that was missed. 3rd down and 10 now. Hernandez, man in motion. He's got Nova in the backfield with him. Looks downfield. Wants to pass. Lets it fly. Lots of mixed jerseys down there at the end zone, and it is incomplete.
They win for the kill there. It's interesting now what you do here because you're looking at a 37-yard field goal. I don't know if they have the kicker for that. It's one or the other, right?
Yes.
Unless you have full confidence in your defense that you can stop them.
Of course. So we're going to see number 1 is still in the game here, Hernandez. He's going to hold. They're going for a field goal.
I think they're going for the 30.
Joe, I wish you could run down real fast and get under that goalpost, bro.
32-yarder. I'm sorry, 32-yarder.
Get us a look down there. All right, Joe, you're right down there. They're going for a field goal, it looks like, right?
Yeah, they're going to go for the field goal area.
San Benito.
Right now they called the timeout. Maybe they're going to rethink things. Maybe they're going to go for it.
Hi, fans. Today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this.
And he is also the starting quarterback. Number 10 is in to kick this one, Yahir Reyes. Here we go. Good snap, good plays. Ball is up. I'm going to wait for the official. And they say it is good.
It's good.
3 points for the Greyhounds.
That was a solid kick. 42 would have been good from 47.
That was awesome.
You know.
To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
If Harlingen scores a touchdown, this game is over.
That's right.
But if Harlingen comes back and scores 3 points, well, we go to a second overtime or second sudden death.
Okay, 1st and 10 now for the Cardinals. Zuniga on the backfield. He has Isaiah Bell at his right, and he has Torres at his left. Torres will get the carry, trying to find the edge. He does. Big block. 20. Great block on the outside. 10. And he's out right in front of us at the 10-yard line. What a great run there by Torres.
Nice run by Cayenne. You know, speaking of overtime, Aaron, and I just got a call from Bobby Lucio, a text. There has never been an overtime.
There you go.
In Battle de Arroyo. In 93 and 94, the games ended in ties.
Okay.
There was no overtime back then.
1st and 10, ball is on the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal essentially. Zuniga ready for the snap, takes it. Torres again, trying to create that magic again, does not. Loss of maybe half a yard.
On the stop, number 94 for the Greyhounds, Arturo Hernandez. It'll be 2nd and goal, no gain.
Wow, what a game.
What a game. He had a big gain of 15 yards, put him at the 10, which is good, but now you're at a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
That's right.
Now you're at a 2nd and goal from the 11.
And it gets harder to find space for those receivers here too.
Correct.
All right, here goes Vasquez in motion now. Here we go, Isaiah Bell, he's a bruiser. Drop those pads, trying to get upfield, gets around the 5-yard line. They're gonna call it 6. 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. All right, Joe, what do you see, man? You're right down there. They kind of float over into you now.
Right now, Aaron, we got to have a 3rd and goal, and about 6 yards to go. Harlingen has decided to keep running the ball. This is going to be a very interesting play because if they make it in, the game is over. If not, they're going to go for the tie. But, Aaron, I think they're going to try a little trickery pass here. That's my opinion. Let's see what happens.
Offensive coaches are fired up here on the sideline underneath those signs. Getting the play in right now. Play clock, is at 4. 3. Here we go. Zuniga looking downfield, wants to pass. Pressure up the middle, lets it fly. Receiver in the end zone. Wait for the official. Touchdown, Cardinals. Touchdown, Cardinals. Game over. Battle de Arroyo. That's a wrap.
Is that number 5, Tristan Vasquez?
There he is, Tristan Vasquez with the catch.
He's been clutch all game. He came through again. Big win for Harlingen tonight.
This game, in all that it was wrapped up to be, has delivered. We have unpacked a beautiful gift tonight of South Texas high school football right before us. Cardinals, of course, celebratory. San Benito, some guys down on their knee, Eladio. They're taking this one difficult tonight.
It is, you know, especially for the seniors. It's hard. It's hard for the seniors to wrap themselves around a loss, especially going to overtime, knowing that the momentum had changed throughout the game. But I'll tell you what, man, somebody go give number 85 a hug. Someone go give number 85 a hug and tell him that he's a huge part of this team, because he missed 2 field goals, and it can't feel good. But that, you know, this one was for him, because, you know, God bless the kickers.
Wow. He missed one at the end of regulation, right? We can presume it was wide left, I'm guessing, barely. And he gets another opportunity to come back and finish this at the end of the game. What an awesome game. And both teams, right, this is new this year. They cannot actually shake hands or give high fives. They have to stand in the middle of the field and give each other about, I don't know, 10, 15 yards of space.
Right. And
It's maybe a good thing tonight.
It's a sign of respect. I know that the San Benito players are taking it hard, as would of the Cardinal players. But you know, I'm proud of both programs. I'm proud of both coaches. They showed a lot of class today. There wasn't a lot of, you know, with the exception of a couple of skirmishes, there wasn't a lot of extracurricular activity. So it was a good, clean game, a hard-fought game. The first game in overtime in Battle of the Arroyo history. We had those 2 overtimes in 93 and 94. Juanito Torres, if he's listening out there, he kicked those game-winning, game-time field goals, I think, in 93. So there was no overtime back then. Today we got to see overtime. We got to see a great addition, the latest edition of the Battle of the Arroyo.
All right, folks, what a joy, man. Joe, Eladio here at Bogus Stadium tonight. It's been awesome to be able to have this Battle of the Arroyo. Historic one for us tonight.
Historic one, man.
As it goes to overtime.
I had fun. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks for joining us. You're going to see final shots here of the Cardinals doing their victory. Jumping jacks in the middle, and the Cardinals take it home. So, hey, signing off from Bogus tonight. It's been an awesome experience. Until next time, signing off.
Good night, guys. God bless.